You could see the chat from your side of things too.
Awesome.
Uh, awesome. What's up, everybody? Got Matty
Hey,
Appleseed.
great to be
What's up,
here.
man?
Yeah, I thought we were live before. I was like,
Nah, dude.
I
Like I
was
was
like,
like just shooting with you, just chilling.
cool. Yeah, man.
Yeah. But we'll address the chat first. Anthony Martinez says Matty Appleseed, and Yay
What's up,
Scriptures
Anthony?
is here. Rachel Linder 8401. I just call her Rachel. That would be Relic and Matty Appleseed. She
Oh
is
wait, okay, I
one of the
got him. I'm in the
members.
right.
Yeah.
It's my first time in the StreamYards thing, so I was on private chat first, and now I'm looking at the comments. I can see it all.
Yeah, like
Cool.
StreamYards, it's simple, but it's great when it works, and it usually has problems. But it's fine. Yeah.
Mess.
Are you planning a 12-hour show? Your description says a conversation about everything happening around BAM. That's the description. We're not.
Dang.
We could break it down. We don't have to like watch all the Reckless Band videos and be like, all right, now let me commentate for another 3 hours. But yeah, and then I turned into a telescope. Awesome, man. New member. What up? All right, cool, man. So, dude, I guess we'll give the chat backstory. Like, you kind of reached out to me, and
Yeah, I did.
eh,
Yeah.
like in the beginning, you're like, "Yo, can I kind of break down your video and whatever?" I'm like, "Yeah, have fun, dude. Go ahead, do whatever you want to it." And I think it was from Echo Base Networks.
Yeah, like the
Yeah,
Echo Base guys. When I saw like your video came out, I'm sure like many others, they probably thought like I knew this wasn't the only time they've done this to someone. Like, cause I
oh
was
yeah,
thinking when I heard what happened to Crystal, and like I was like, this is bullshit. Like, and yeah. But then when you came out, I was like, this is crazy because like what I saw was like a lot of the really key critical information is like just buried in like streams that are like really long. So it's like
yeah, yeah.
I want to make sure a lot of people know about your story, and that's why I was like, okay, I'm gonna like I did like a deep dive on you. Like I watched like every single stream that you ever did about like
For
where you mentioned the Lego, and then even when I put like one of the videos out, like I put your boy, like the dude that worked with you. What's his name again? It was like
Devin, yeah, yeah,
Evan. Yeah, yeah, he's funny. He's funny, dude. He's a good
dude.
guy.
He's like he never wants to be on social media, but like the other day he was like, dude, I'm down to do a stream again
Yeah,
with you. Like we don't have to talk about bricks and minifigs. I'm like, dude, if we do a stream, somebody in the chat is gonna be like, yo, so what
yeah,
about this? Because like
dude. And what? Yeah,
he was
exactly.
nice in that interview. He was being super nice.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
but he's
yeah,
still like he was funny too. And like
yeah.
I remember when I was putting that one together with him in it, I was like, I gotta get something. I gotta get something to him in there because he was funny, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was like I just was like I want to make sure like people can see the full story or whatever. And then yeah, it was like it was weird because like I was at the time like I was like trying to like do something to promote the Reckless Ben thing because I was just thinking like, okay, this there's so many. It's like you were saying, dude. It's like we all know about it, but like other people who are outside, like do like how did they don't know? It's like you've always
Yeah.
said, and like I
Well,
just
like it's
thought like
also like at the
yeah,
time I thought I was the only one going through it. You know what I
mm,
mean? Because they were
yeah,
very convincing of their stories and things like that. And so, like, I knew about hostile takeovers through franchise throughout the years, right? Because it happens. It's some of them make sense.
yeah,
Even some that Bricks and Minifigs did made sense before Josh and Brandon, right?
mm,
And I looked into it. Like really did deep dives on those before I signed a contract. And then when it happened to me, I was like, like you I've been trying to kind of make a video on explaining like how you kind of start going insane a little bit when like
uh,
somebody stabs you in the back the way they did.
yeah,
Like it's especially in my situation. I just had my third kid and
yeah.
everything
That's what
that's
got me.
happening out.
Yeah,
Like it's hard for me to like just keep in the pocket and try to clear my thoughts.
for sure.
So it was just, but
It's horrible. It's
yeah,
like that would be like yeah, that must have been like the worst thing you ever dealt with. And
mm.
I know you've been friggin' curb stomped before, so that's a big thing to say. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
like how the
Like
hell did that happen to you,
I
dude?
was, I was a kid though. Like it was,
I know, but still, like
yeah,
that's
yeah.
traumatic enough, and then you got just friggin' something worse happening. Yeah, dude. That
Yeah.
when you recounted that story, you said it so chill too. I was like, oh my god, like what the hell, dude?
Well, like I think it's also my background. Like my parents, they have crazier stories. You know, like my mom, she was kidnapped when she was 18, and her ear was cut in half, like for
Dang.
most of my life until like she pretty much said that she made a covenant with God that her sons would go on a mission and that she would make sure that her sons all became good men, no matter how many kids she had. And then she got it stitched while I was in Boston, and then when I came back, she like got her ear fixed. But it was like always
Nice.
cut in half my whole childhood, you know. And so
Dang.
then like my dad, with his background, you know, like talking about how like oh before he found God, like he was hanging out with drug dealers and smoking and drinking. And I'm like, yeah, how old were you when you quit, man? He's like, I was 10 years old when I quit.
Dang.
And like so like you know, and then moving to the US, and he's like the one of the first things he says to me when I'm going to kindergarten, he's like, all right, you're going to school, somebody's got a gun to your face, like don't look at them in the eye.
Holy crap. I think. Oh, I think it just chopped. It got choppy a little bit
Yeah.
for a second. I heard the last thing I heard was if
Ah,
someone's got a
yeah.
gun to your face, don't
I don't
don't look
know.
at them in the eye as a kindergartner.
So I don't know if it's my internet because like that I got weirded
It
out a
might be
little bit.
me, dude.
No, it's just
I'm in
like
like Cape Cod is spotty,
oh dude,
Massachusetts.
I don't like Cape Cod.
I
I
should
hate
have
Cape Cod.
thrown the Starlink out because we came.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have the Starlink for the van, but I'm just on my parents' internet right now. For those in the
Okay,
chat,
so
I'm like a van lifer for the people that know. And I saw Mark in the chat. Yo, if you want to tell everyone that my signal is like messed up, I gotta like unload photos from my phone, but I haven't been able to get messages from any of you guys. That's
oh
Mark is
man.
like the Legally Mime guy. He's got
Yeah.
the Legally Mime website. What up, Mark?
Sick.
Dude, yeah, but that's so that was like you went to like kindergarten in Tampa, was it?
No, I went in Utah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, yeah.
word.
So I currently live in Tampa.
Uh,
I've lived in Connecticut, Utah, um, Boston,
nice,
and now like the Tampa area. Yeah.
nice.
So like I I didn't get to I've traveled overseas for the first time 2 to 3 years ago. I went to Korea.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was awesome. Loved it.
You
And
visited your wife's family, is it, or does
yeah,
she have
yeah, yeah.
family out there?
Yeah,
Nice,
like my mother-in-law's out there,
nice,
and my sister-in-law's out there as well, and my
awesome,
father-in-law. So they're all out there, and we went to go visit, and we just kind of chilled for. They chilled for 2 months. I went for a month.
nice.
Yeah, and it was the first time they
Dang.
got to meet because like my oldest was born during COVID, like
Oh,
right
okay.
at the beginning of COVID. So we couldn't fly out, they couldn't fly in, and then Korea they had quarantine for much longer. Like they had the whole like you travel there, you gotta be in a hotel for 2 weeks to a month, you know, in and out before you could fly back. So it's like at least a month you're just in a hotel quarantine.
Mm,
So it's like
dang.
that's a waste of money. But yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. But like
that's crazy.
did you start like you took kind of a hiatus from YouTube, am I right?
Um,
Like
Not really. I was like about 5 years ago. I like got into it. Like this kind of like so like I got into it like around like the COVID time as well. I guess there was like a lot of people who were like, all right, I want to kind of for a lot of people they took that time. They're like, I want to get into something that I
yeah,
always
yeah.
wanted to do. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this, and I got into it, and I got like really big into like I wanted to do like comedy and stuff, and I always knew I wanted to like build the channel up to like try to do something good, and that's
Yeah.
what I kept telling a lot of people. I was like, yeah, like I wanted to do something good with the channel, and then when I like saw this Lego stuff going on, and especially your story, like when because one of the things that hit me about your story was like you were saying like I can't edit or whatever, and I was like I just want to get this thing out there, and like originally it wasn't even like I didn't want to even like put it out like it's just like I wanted to do something to help. I was like I can't like just I shouldn't wait to get a big platform. That's kind of what my thing was. It was like
Uh-huh.
I was
Yeah, yeah.
waiting for the right moment to like try to do something for good on YouTube. And but yeah, so I did comedy for a long time. I like made like a little parody music, like funny stuff. And then it was like maybe like on and off a bit. There was like a year that I just put out like a parody show of like Saturday Night Live. It was called like Matterday Night Live, and
Nice.
yeah, it
Yeah.
was fun, but it was like I was just doing the same thing over and over. And I mean, I like doing it. I liked all the sketches and stuff. Looking back at it, it's like all the creators say they're like, oh, like my early videos like were bad. Like, but like I thought they were sick. I was like, these are funny ass skits, and like I was like, but it would be like the same joke as like 5 times in the skit. I'm like, oh, this is gold. You know, it's like, no, it's not. Like, people are
It's
not
the
watching.
best thing ever.
Yeah, yeah. And then, but I guess I kind of like maybe I stopped posting like as much. Like after the year of Matterday Night, it was like I was posting a little bit less, and then it was like we started doing like the van life stuff like 2.5 years ago. I started posting like sort of like spotty. It was like I was trying to always like capture everything, and it's so the editing like takes so much longer than the filming, so you like fall behind inevitably. And but then like I was working on like we went to Alaska. I was working on an Alaska series, like redoing that. I was like redoing the van build series that I worked on. And then I was doing this like Baja series where like last winter, me and Olivia, we went down to Baja for like 50 days, and it was awesome. Like it was like we put out like a short every day. And one of those shorts like blew up, and I was like, whoa, this is cool.
Is that your wife?
Yeah, Olivia, my wife. Yeah.
Yeah. And
So
she's Asian,
we got
right?
married. Like, yeah, she's from Shanghai. So like when you were talking about going to Korea to visit your wife's family, I was like, I was just doing that in like we went back in like March, like right after we got out of Baja, and I gained like 15 pounds because it's like Olivia's dad is like cooking so much food, like 5 dishes like every day, and then like me and Olivia are like, oh, we want to go eat outside too. So I was like eating like 5 meals a day.
That's what's up. That's how it should be done, man.
Yeah. And I got to gain some weight for sure. Just packing.
Heck yeah. My cousin, he like he has like a love-hate relationship with Shanghai because he went with his dad like for work, and he always like went to the weirdest spots.
Yeah.
And he's like, I didn't even go to like the good parts in Shanghai like that. Like everybody tells him to go to.
Oh
He
yeah.
just went to like where like everybody's just eating like bugs in this really like obscure market, and he's like, it's all we had to eat.
Yeah, he's
like,
not at like
yeah, I don't think he went. Like I was like, I don't
yeah,
think he went to any good spots in China, because he'd be like, man, I didn't like Beijing, I didn't like Shanghai. I'm like, yeah, because you were like in the sticks, man. Like, what are you doing? Like you didn't do anything. You didn't even see people. Like, what are you doing? But yeah, like and most of like where I learned my basic Mandarin came from either people from Hong Kong or Taiwan. So when I got to pick up sort of the accents, like the Beijing and the Shanghai accents, like Beijing, man, like the emphasis on the R sounds. I'm like, why I don't like that. Why are you talking? Like ni are sure. Like I'm like, ugh. I don't like it.
Yeah.
But like you met your wife like in the States. Did you travel?
No,
Like,
I after undergrad, like I actually went to teach abroad. Like I was kind of like I was sort of like in this place where I was like, I don't know what I want to do yet. I kind of thought I wanted to go to law school, but like I don't know. It was like from what I was hearing, it was just I wasn't really sure. Like so, I kind of took this like kind of gap year sort of thing where it was like it wasn't a gap year, but I was like teaching English abroad in China at the time. So I met her like the end of the first year. We were both traveling in like the Yellow Mountains. It's in like Anhui province. It's a really beautiful place, and we were both in the same hostel, and so a couple of little things. I got the number, whatever, and then like and then like kept talking on text or whatever, and she came out to like visit me, and then I went out to like visit her. Actually, no, it was the other way around. It was like I was thinking to myself, like, oh yeah, we have this plan where she's going to come and visit me, and then I'm going to go home for the summer. But like, you never know if that's going to happen. So then one weekend, I was just like, I'm going to come to Shanghai. Like, can you buy me a train ticket? Because it's hard buying a train ticket as a foreigner. I was like, I'm going to pay you the money, but just like, can you just buy me it, and I'll pay you back when I get there. And then, so I met her like that weekend, and then she came and met me in my city, and then I went home. We just like talked, and then I went back a second year to teach, and like that year we like traveled all over, and like because I was like second year teaching there, and she was like a student, a senior. So I was like basically I was like a 2 years out of college, and she's like a senior, finishing her last year, and
Mm-hmm.
not in the same school, but like yeah, I usually throw that in. But anyway, because I lived in Wenzhou and she lived in Shanghai, so it's like 4 hours on the fast train.
No,
But then every time we have vacations, it's like lines up because it's like I
you were
was
like
teaching at uni.
south.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
south.
yeah,
Yeah, and yeah, and I would just like we'd get like the same vacations. We'd go travel like all over and just went to like
yeah.
just crazy nice places. Like all like she brought me to tons of places that like I didn't even know about, like places that the Chinese tour. And I filmed like everything, thinking like I'm gonna post something. I never posted anything, but I have like hours of footage from these places, and yeah, so many crazy stories. Like yeah, like I went like way out west. There's all like
Yeah.
military zones and stuff, and like one time I was like even in and it was just basically places that foreigners aren't supposed to be, and like basically had like issues with cops there and stuff. They got out of it, no problems. But like, I'll tell you the full story another time. But yeah, so we
Yeah,
met in China, and then like
yeah,
we ended up coming back like to the U.S. Like a 2 years after that, because it was like a year we were spending like trying to apply to grad school, and that was sort of our path forward
yeah.
together. It's like, oh, you come in on a student visa. So she actually came that summer after my second year, and we like road tripped across the U.S. And then we applied for school. I went and visited her like twice, and then she came, and we both went to school in Boston.
And do you guys
Yeah.
do YouTube together or like?
She kind of like tolerates being in the stuff, you know. It's like, yeah.
Well, is she aware of the Reckless Ben stuff? Like,
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah.
yeah,
She was like, she knows. Like now, she's like, I tell her like updates on the case. Like I tell her, I was telling her about the yellow stickers thing that came out the other day, and like
yeah,
the
yeah.
police report. And I was like explaining it to her, and as soon as like she got the point where it's like, yeah, they were destroying evidence, she's like, she's like all like, you know, she's like really like, oh my
He's like,
god,
is this China?
oh god, yeah, like, but it's crazy, like that yellow
Yeah,
sticker thing, like in the police report. I don't think really many creators like covered this part, but it happens like one day before, like that whole police report happens a day before the other U-Haul was cited, like by the hairdresser. I don't know if you know that, but
yeah,
there was like a
yeah,
hairdresser that said like on the 22nd.
yeah. That's like right next. It's in the same building, and then they saw
Yeah,
the. Oh
and
yeah,
so she said she saw the U-Haul on the 22nd, and the police
mm.
report was filed on the 21st. So it's like, you know, police go talk to Brian Mansell on the 21st, and now the 22nd, Brandon's moving Lego in a U-Haul.
Yeah,
And it's a
yeah, yeah.
little suspicious. A little
A
suspicious.
little. You think? You think just a little
Yeah,
bit? Just a little bit.
yeah, a little bit
Yeah.
more than a little. Yeah,
So like, all right. So I remember, like, just so everybody knows how great of a guy Maddie is, that you like edited the video and you wanted to give it to me in the beginning, and I was like,
yeah,
no,
dude.
man, you posted on your channel, you put in the effort. I I rather like the story just grow and like people are aware of this because I don't like seeing the little guy get hurt. So like, and I don't want to take anybody's work. Like I don't like it's funny because like people have been offering me certain things like to like send me like clothing or whatever, and every time I go like to be like edit or whatever they want me to do, I'm like I just feel weird about it because I've always been a guy that knows how to work, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Like I don't. It's not taking charity, but it's more like no, like I think you should be praised for your work. And then when you did that edit, I was like, man, that's awesome. And then it hit like 130,000 views. I was like, that's crazy.
yeah. It's
And
crazy.
so like just so everybody knows, this guy's like the real deal. But like Maddie, like I
Yeah,
was kind of like I started following your YouTube channel because of your hat, and I
yeah,
was like,
dude.
what is going on with this hat, bro?
Right. That's yeah, dude. The hat is like, I think the hats are pretty sick, but
Yeah, yeah.
like truth be told, like there's a lot about like you need some like personal branding, some step up from the crowd type of
Oh,
thing.
hey, dude, you're
Yeah,
the hat
yeah.
guy. Like you.
Right. And dude, like this hat is like it's a crazy lever for comments. Like so many people got some shit to say about the hat, dude. It's fun, but some of the comments are super funny. Like one guy literally, he said he was like, He's like, be careful, bro. A strong gust of wind and that sail's gonna take you flying. So I was like, damn, that's the best one yet. And then, dude, I actually got new hats in too, even longer.
Damn.
Yeah, I was gonna show. This is an
Go
exclusive.
ahead, dude. Let me, guys, we're
Boom.
getting an exclusive, man.
Oh, dude, that's a bit longer, right? Right.
Yeah, man. That's what's up.
Oh, dang. And we got them in red and blue and black and gray.
I like that red one. I like that red one, man. Like, I don't know why it reminds me of like Hey Arnold, and like the
Oh,
cartoons
dude.
back in the day.
Oh my God. Yeah. Hey Arnold is such a great show. That's like one of the
Yeah.
best from Nickelodeon for sure. Like I sometimes think about that too. Like it'd be awesome just to have a closet of all the same clothes. Like you just wear the same clothes like every day.
Oh man, you're gonna get clown on people like, man, this guy never takes a shower. Look at the freak.
Yeah, yeah, right. And then they see the closet, they're like, oh shit, that's advanced tactics.
It's like, oh, advanced tactics for a psychopath.
Right, yeah. That's Arnold level.
No, but nobody's ever gonna figure out where you are. Like I was wearing this clothes on this day, and it's like, yeah, but where were you on this day? Same clothes, bro.
Yeah.
But dude, the reckless Ben thing, like I wanted to know from a perspective of somebody that wasn't a part of this, because obviously we've heard Coach, we've heard Toy Bounty Hunters, but you as somebody who wasn't really doing content like this,
Yeah.
like how did it strike you when you heard the story? Like, did you watch RecklessBen's video first? What did you see
dude,
first? Like
it was literally just like I remember like it was just literally what like Nick said. Like he remember watching like the stream when they talked about like what happened to you, and he was like, if you guys haven't seen this RecklessBen thing, like you got to check it out, because like I started watching it, it like sucks you in. And I was like, I watched the RecklessBen video and when it like kind of first came out, like around that time, and I remember just thinking like, wow, he's got a second one coming too. And I was like waiting for it, and then like that came, and I like kept finding more and more content about it, and it just came like right after too. And then there was just this whirlwind of like, it was a cyclone of like, oh, there's so much like going on here, and the more you dig, the more you find. And then it was I found your story, and I was like, this is so messed up. Like it's way beyond just like the Lego theft, like because it's like Ben even says, he's like, that's like the clickbait thing, like the Lego, it's like brings people in, but it's more about like corruption, and it's more about like the little guy getting stepped on by the corporation. And these are things that like I'm really like upset about in this current day and age. So I was like, this is something that more people should know about. And originally, like before I even posted that video, like with your story, it was like I was actually trying to work on like a video of just like, hey, here's like something someone can watch to like just quickly digest what's going on with the RecklessBen, because it's such a huge like investment of time up front to like catch up with everything that's come out, especially if you're coming to it now. It's like if you're telling someone like, oh, go and check out the videos, you got to see it, like you're basically telling them like, they'll go and watch like 4 hours of things. And that's just like, it's so hard for people to do. So I wanted to like make it really streamlined for people to kind of get into it. But then like I was trying to at that point just like do something to like help. Like it was like I was saying, I wanted to like try to do something to like at least I could use my channel somehow to be like some kind of voice for good. And when because my channel hadn't really taken off, it's like I had like a little bit of following or whatever, but like it was like growing really slow or so, I wasn't like upset with it or whatever, but it was just like I saw it as like, okay, now I can finally like do something to maybe like help people out. And then when I saw your story, it was like, I don't know, I'm a strong believer in like the kind of thought process of like, if I'm trying to help someone else out and I'm not looking for anything like in return, like I think like the universe is going to like really like reward you for that type of behavior. And you don't do it because you're like seeking the reward. You just do it because you want it. And I remember you were saying, it's like, you were like, like I can't edit, like all I can do is tell my story. And I was like, damn, like I can edit this video. I can get all, like, cause I was already tracking like everything you were saying. I was looking at all your streams. I was like, I'm already going to put together the story and the whole overall RecklessBen arc. And I was like, I should just make this guy's story and just send it to him and get it out there. Cause I knew it was going to blow up. And then like, but then like, it was just crazy. Like, cause it was the weirdest thing. Like I at that moment, I was just like, I don't want to like I like legit was just like, dude, just take it, like this is gonna be good, like for sure. And
And I was like,
yeah,
no.
yeah, you're like, I don't want it. And I was like, fuck, all right. And then I was like, at least add your name as a collaborator or what, you know. And
Yeah.
so I
Like,
think that hopefully that helped like get, you know, people funneled to your channel as
mhm.
well. Um, but yeah, dude, it was just hearing about the story. It was like, because I, like you said, I wasn't like a news guy or reporting or investigating or whatever. I just saw it was like so wrong. It was like this guy is getting screwed, and it was like that. It was just because the corporation says, "Hey, like you know, take us to court if you don't like it." Just knowing that, like, even though they're wrong, take us to court means you can't do shit because it's gonna be, you know, it's not the court system is not accessible to the common man. So too bad. That's basically what they said to him.
Yeah, and like, I was starting to question, like for the first like a month, YouTube for me was growing. It's great, and I was starting to question, like, should I sue them? Should I like get on this
Mm.
train, whatever? And I'm like, and I just didn't feel right about it because I don't believe in the system.
Yeah,
But
I've heard you say that. Yeah.
yeah, the last like few weeks, like I've been getting so many messages of, like, I have to be careful what I say, of like
No,
I'll
you don't
like,
reveal any
no,
names
no,
or
I got
whatever.
so many messages that really solidified of like my way of thinking of like, hey, look, like this, it's great that you didn't sue and you were one of the people that were very involved in with these people, like in terms of relationship wise and not only professional but personal. And me speaking out constantly and also being consistent because I'm just telling the truth, just
Mm.
giving my story out there, has helped other people with their lawsuits solidify the stories.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, like, I don't need the money. Like, I need money, but I don't need to gain money this way. Like, if I could help everybody else gain money this way, that's what I'm trying to do, because they're currently going through it. They're the brave ones. They're the ones that went after these guys, and so I'm gonna help them as much as I can. And
Mm.
I'm glad that, like, just me having a voice to do so, and like that's why I always give the accolades to not only Echo Based Networks, which were the first one to have me on, but Toy Bounty Hunters and Camelot 1331. Like, they all had me on their channel, and we just talked, and I got to create relationships from them, and it's been great. But the overall thing was like, I wanted to help the little guy, and I'm like,
Yeah.
this went, and that's why, like, I'm so critical on Lego YouTubers, because I'm
Yeah.
like, this is your space. Like, I can guarantee you that the Lego company will get involved. The like I guess the broad media, like news channels will pick it up if Lego YouTubers got on top of this,
Mm.
because it's their sphere, and Lego consistently contacts big YouTubers to like sponsor them or get them into their like affiliate programs and get the word out there on sets that they might think are not going to do well, or even the ones that are going to do well, and promote those. That, like, without a YouTuber, they, like, Lego understands that YouTube has a marketing power that other avenues will never have. It's one of the good things about Lego, but they also have zero morals, right? The And so when I was first trying to get the story out there before the Reckless Ben stuff, I was contacting YouTubers. I'm never gonna expose them. I have all the emails. Like, if anything, of this situation taught me was keep your receipts, right?
Mm.
And so, like, I even have like Target receipts from like 5, 6 years ago. That
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not getting rid of these just in case. Just in case. I don't know what could happen, but I don't know. I don't know what Target's gonna do.
Yeah.
Right? So I was like, all right, like, the nobody wants the story. This is
It's
wild. Like,
crazy.
and maybe it's because I'm the only one and nobody would believe me anyways, and I get it. Like, I don't really
Mm.
have like credibility um to
Yeah.
show completely. But
And it's kind of like
yeah.
you kind of going off a limb too. Is like for these guys, it's like you got to go against the status quo. They're like,
Hmm.
oh well, I'm going to go talk about the big guy in the space that everyone's trying to collaborate with. Like you, I think you
Yeah,
were
yeah.
saying like one of the guy was like I remember because I remember watching a lot of the clips where you're talking about like these Lego tubers and they're basically like, oh well, I'm trying to collaborate with them, so I want to keep it all positive, and I can't be like, And it's like, well, you just missed it. Not only is it like you would have been doing the right thing, right, to like speak
Mhm.
out against injustice, but also like your channel would have been much better off in the long run, because
Yeah,
people would be like, oh, look at this guy, he's actually doing
and
something about this.
what's crazy is that like people are so money hungry that like there's some people, some YouTubers that want Bricks and Minifigs to win. That like
Crazy.
because this happened, right? But then you
Yeah.
saw there a small influx of Lego YouTubers, some of the smaller channels, and then some of the big ones that like had interviews with certain people or made one or two videos and then never again spoke on it. And then I start finding out that like they signed NDAs. Some of them even signed contracts for after this to be like their marketing YouTuber and whatnot.
Damn.
And I'm not gonna out them. I think they, I think as soon as they start making videos when all this debacle's over, it will speak for itself who these YouTubers are when they
Yeah.
start assisting Bricks and Minifigs. And they're like, yeah, well, this is also not gonna help me gain money if I start talking bad about them and they make it out alive. And I'm like, wow, like, all right, like, people who really love this toy company, they don't really
Yeah.
have, at least a lot of them. I'm not saying most or half, at least a lot of them don't really have like that kind of moral compass that you would expect
Yeah.
from from
Yeah.
being that connected to a toy company. Uh,
It's
Something that's supposed to
crazy.
be very pure, but it was it like it's still kind of shocking to me, and that's why I'm not calling anybody out other than Beyond the Brick. They can go suck it. Um, like the I don't really call anybody out specific, but I'm like, hey, share an opinion here and there. Like, point this out. Like, one guy that like I've criticized, but I don't think he's like on their side at all is MNR Productions. Just like you interviewed all these guys. I feel like you could give some more opinions because it's all has to do with kind of what your channel's about. Lego Star Wars. Brandon sold you sets from Brian's collection that I guess was confirmed. I can't confirm if it was confirmed, but there's so much information out there it's hard to keep up.
Yeah, dude, I remember you
Yeah.
said there was a clip where you said that, and I was thinking, like, did he mix up the part where like Coffee was saying like a portion of the selection was sold before like Crystal sold like a big portion? Because where did you get that info that like Brandon sold a
So
section
that
to
like
M&R?
they made a deal that like I think it was in CoffeeZilla's video that he's like, oh, Brandon sold these sets that we can correlate to this to the inventory list, and it all matched sets that were in the
Okay.
inventory list. And then I pointed out like I don't think M&R Productions is at fault or anything here, but it could be used against him, so he should make a statement. I didn't know these were Brian's because because I was trying to like kind of help him out. I'm like buying stolen or claimed to be stolen Legos or any
Hmm.
product, you're gonna get in big boy trouble for that.
Yeah.
Like that one other Ammon guy who was stealing. He knew that they were stolen product, and he would buy stolen product, kind like thinking like, oh, I'm not the bad guy here. I'm not the one that stole this. Like somebody else stole them, and I'm gonna buy them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
that's not how it works.
I remember
Yeah.
you were said because I remember like one other clip where you'd mentioned that M&R Lego deal, and I wasn't sure exactly if the deal from the coffee video, it's like my impression was that the deal might have happened with Crystal, but in any case, I don't think Brian like because I know there was like a 3 month period that Brian hadn't been paid, so I'm sure that whatever I don't exactly know if he bought those from Brandon directly or if it was from Crystal, but I'll
I
go back and
think it
look
showed
at
that it
the
was Brandon. Like you should
okay.
probably take a look at it. You'll investigate better than I do. I'm not good at
No, it's all
investigating,
good.
right?
I've just been
Yeah.
looking at shit like that's all my whole life now. I was just like looking at bricks and minifigs. But finally, I got to like
Yeah, yeah.
we got back to my parents' place here, like visiting them, and I've kind of like stepped into like doing like daily errands and chores and kind of getting
Yeah.
upkeep stuff done. So I took a step away, and then yeah, but now this is like uh, yeah, dude, there's a
I
lot
got
to
you.
take
Yeah.
in. That's why it's so hard to like when you try to tell someone doesn't know about the case. It's like, what do you even say? It's like that pitch is like really important because I'd like to
Yeah.
go try to get like one of the things is like I really want to get some justice for like all these franchisees that have been wronged. Like I started going through all the financial disclosure documents and I like literally started reaching out to like every person that had exited the system. And like, I mean, I didn't reach out. I had dug up your number as well. I didn't, I didn't reach out to it
Yeah, yeah.
because I got your Instagram, or whatever. But
Oh, yeah, you got my phone number?
no, I don't think I looked into your phone number actually because I was like, I had you on the list. And then I
Okay.
was like, oh, I already have Instagram. I don't need to dig into his phone number.
Okay.
But no, I'm just kidding.
I'm like,
But
damn.
no, like the thing is, like I reached out to so many people, and like I can't even really talk about like the information I've got from them because like then apparently they'd get sued. You know, they've already had
Oh,
their
yeah.
lives ruined, and now it's like
Yep.
if they talk about it, you know, so it's like I can't even say like, and that's the main thing as well. Is like I told all of them, I was like, look, like if you're not comfortable coming out and say anything, I'm not gonna like put your information out there. Obviously, like your privacy
Mhm.
and your safety is like my first priority. But like the whole thing is like if this does become like a federal investigation, all those NDAs go out the window. And that's like kind of what I'm hoping for is like I want people to be able to come forward and say, like, this is what happened to me. And then you can
Yeah,
really
yeah,
see
yeah.
a story. Because these guys are hiding behind like I hate these type of people that just like hide behind the law and like try to make it to they twist the law to like work in favor of that. It's basically
Yeah.
the whole thing that's wrong with the country at this point.
Well, like, and at this point, also like what I think, I think Echo Base's new video is something to think about. Have you been able to watch it? Where like, this mother, she has like a kid that's autistic. They
Yeah.
went to one
Yeah.
Bricks Minifigs to give it a crappy offer, then another one give a good offer, right? Like, it's come to the point where like, yeah, there are good owners out there. There truly
Oh,
are,
for sure.
but the brand is the brand. That's what's being represented, right? So all these bad owners, no matter how good of an owner you're gonna be, if all these other bad owners are still alive, they're not going to. They're eventually gonna take down all the good owners as well, right? Like
Yeah.
that's just gonna happen, and then you're gonna have a GameStop situation. Like
Mm.
you remember there was Game Crazy, there was Play and Trade, there was a bunch of competitors to GameStop, like at least in the U.S., right?
Mm.
And it's a strategy I've studied quite a bit. What GameStop did to destroy their competition, they at one point were the best of the best in terms of accepting trade and giving good deals, but they were taking hits. Like they were not going to. They weren't worried about becoming profitable. What they were worried about is cornering a market, which they eventually did. And for a long time, they gave crappy deals and people just accepted them because they
Yeah.
already had that trust with GameStop, right? And now it's like it's always gonna stay alive. It's not. It's crappy company, but it's just gonna stay alive because that was the point. Is for them to have survival when no one else could. Target and Walmart did the same thing to Kmart.
Mm.
Like that. Like they did like these kind of strange strategies where they're going to take a hit, and nobody really understood a lot at the time. And it was just to make sure that they could corner certain markets. And then they could realize like Kmart had like contracts with the understanding how to like produce or have factories that can carry rice and things like that. Where then eventually, when Kmart was destroyed, Walmart could start implementing their Great Value brand. You know, where like now like people will buy Great Value because it's just the cheaper one.
Yeah.
And so then like they, no matter how bad that company can get, like they have a solidified market that they've already cornered. So um what happens is like there's a lot of owners that have some money, that have a lot of money, and they're waiting for these other owners, whether they be good or bad, but in prime real estate locations, to either back out, default on their contracts, or go under so that they could buy those stores and still keep corporate alive, still keep Bricks and Minifigs alive, but it'll be under them, right? So then
Mm.
they can eventually corner the market. Some are just want to like truly corner an entire state. They know which real estate's going to go under, which one's not. But that's one of the phone calls that I was receiving was this when I did the stream that I like was super pissed on was that that kind of information, but also people telling me the information that was given to them when they were shutting down my store. That apparently, and I can't even say which stores it was because I received 6 phone calls in one day.
Mm.
Like when my store came out on Echo Base Network, the one of the first comments I saw on my channel was like, I didn't know this happened to you. I received some of the sets from your store, and they told me it's because the Lutz location wanted to help out your store, and they
Yeah, I
sent
remember you
sets to me.
saying
Yeah,
that.
and I was like, that
Yeah.
is insane. But then with other locations, people who knew me, because it wasn't just that I was out of Bricks and Minifigs and they screwed me over too. I had everybody's personal numbers and a lot of people that I tried calling, and it granted like some of them is just because they were busy, but I couldn't get a hold of anybody. And so then these lies were made about me of like, oh, he didn't follow the franchise agreement. They try to utilize the numbers that they sabotaged to to scare people into thinking that they knew more than me and being
Mm.
like, see what happens when you don't listen to us. You go from these numbers to this number. I'm like, those numbers are because of your guys' sabotage. And even with your guys' sabotage, we still made more money than you guys ever did before me with
Yeah,
this
it's
store. Like,
crazy.
and so then when I explained that, and I think it was Toy Bounty Hunter's live stream, that's when I started getting phone calls. And
Shout
I
out
was
Lemonade
like,
Man in the chat.
what's up, Lemonade Man? Best profile picture.
Yeah.
So like that's when I got like really really angry because I didn't know. I didn't know that, and all the lies were really ridiculous. You know.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And it actually tracks to like someone that like had I don't know if you were like in the system when he was in but there was a guy
Mhm.
that I talked to that hopefully I'll have an interview with soon and like publish and the same shit
Do you
like
want to
happened to
put
him.
on the private chat the name, and I could tell you
Um
if I know him.
all right. So yeah, like you see this name?
Yeah.
So yeah, he told me similarly, like when he exited, basically like he got the feeling that they kind of blackballed him to all the other franchisees and told them not to
Yeah.
talk to this guy. And I know another guy I've been talking to. Hopefully, is going to be on the same interview. Um, he told me very similar things, and he told me like it just like dude, it's crazy. It's like basically like even like you're supposed to list these people like in the FDDs, and you're supposed to be able to like people that are interested in buying the franchise are allowed to talk to these people and hear their what was your experience, and the company's like just actually telling these people they shouldn't talk to them, and they can't talk to them before they sign. That's one of
Mm.
the things I've heard from like one of these sources is like they're basically saying don't talk to these people before you sign. We're not going to you're not allowed to talk to them. They're like, that seems like it's against the law to me. I mean, I don't know. I haven't read the
No,
fine
yeah,
print, but
you're no, no. It's my franchise agreement. Like any franchise agreement, like corporate usually encourages you to talk to current owners so you can understand their numbers and do all this. Oh, sweet, Sheldon rated.
what up,
Awesome. Thanks,
Sheldon?
Sheldon.
Yo,
We accept the raid. We shall
that
accept.
dude,
Yeah.
Sheldon.
Um.
It's good dude.
Yeah. Solid dude. Solid guy. But you're like the thing is, it's like that's how you know the numbers where they could tell you, give you information that you can't get just from paper. Like, hey, when we
Yeah,
opened, these are the issues we had. This is blah blah blah. You know, this is what
that's
kept us from
crazy.
going bankrupt. Whatever it is, you're supposed to talk to as many owners as possible so you could get
I
more of
know.
a realistic feel than what's on paper.
Yeah,
You know.
and that's basically like what like some of these guys are telling me. Like, I'd like to know your opinion on this too, because based on like the owners that I've talked to, like a lot of them were saying like, hey, like people don't realize that like many of these owners, and I know it's not the case for you because you had like you really put your blood, sweat, and like all your sweat equity in there. I could tell by your story, you were like when you're setting it up, but they were saying a lot of these owners, and also because I know you hit like 80K months and you were like a really top performing store. I keep sidetracking, sorry. They were
No,
saying
yeah,
all
yeah,
these
yeah.
owners, a lot of them had like a spouse or a partner that was like working another job for the health insurance and for all that and for like being able to pay the bills and stay afloat. And so like from your perspective, when you were in the system, did you know a lot of people that were just like really making it and being like, I'm good, like I'm in the green? Because I know you were going for like I'm gonna be $1 million store, and that's what got you into the the crap with these guys is like trying to trust them on the marketing. They also the guys I talked to also say like the marketing was never been a thing. Like
Yeah,
from
they don't know
since the
what
be
they're doing.
it's always been like, what does this 1% marketing go towards? And they never have answers for it. Apparently, it's
Yep.
from what I've heard from people.
Yeah, they'll
So
usually say things like, "Oh, the branding on our cups and the stuff we provide you for the store and like, our name." And I'm like,
yeah,
"Man, shut up. How do I get
and
people in the door, fool? Like,
yeah,
what are you
and the
doing?"
advertisements for us to open more franchisees. That's where it's going. That's where the 1%'s going.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. Which is like
it's
fine.
yeah,
Like if it goes there, awesome. But like for instance, Beyond the Brick, they charge around anywhere from 1,000 to 3,000 a visit. Some I've heard even 5,000. I can't confirm that. I could tell you that's what they want to charge me for them to do a store tour, and their
right,
videos
yeah.
suck. They have 90 videos on of Bricks and Minifigs on a playlist in their channel. If you look it up, um, the yeah, like they would come, like let's say they come to Florida, right? And one store decided to pay that. Then they would reach out to all the other stores. We're gonna be in town, like don't forget to
Oh
visit. Like
yeah,
if that 1% was going to something like that, fine, cool. Where we as store owners don't have to pay for another YouTuber to come in, do a store tour, interview us. That's cool.
yeah.
We just have to be prepared for that. That's one thing. But like
It's Bam
you're
getting a
you're
kickback from all this too.
yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
And
Same
they
with the
say
Lego
like
contract, right?
yeah.
Like I heard a lot of the owners are saying the prices are the same as Toy House. Like the
Yeah,
margins are
so
essentially the same as Toy House.
I also pointed this out, like it might be that they're just buying the sets regardless of the price, and then they're the same as Toy House, but to show, even though they're sets that are not actually going to sell, because if you are smart in your individual area, you know which sells for you and which will sell for the store that's
Yeah,
next to you, the territory that's 10 like 100 miles away. Like one
I remember.
thing,
Yeah,
one of the first things I try to develop for Bricks and Minifigs, I was like, hey, at GNC, this is what we did. And they said that they wanted to do that, but then we never really talked about it beyond like it being a cool idea. I'm like, we should be able to identify every single store of like what sells well and what doesn't, put it into a system, and then be able to make trades. Where
mm,
like, hey, I'll buy these friend sets, but they don't sell at my
yeah,
location. Your
dude.
location doesn't
That's
sell
such a
castle
smart
sets,
idea,
and we just accept the trade, both of us, and then we just switch them. We just trade with each
yeah.
other.
That's
And that
crazy,
way we always have product that will sell in our location, regardless if it's a crap product or not. It's gonna sell because that's our clientele.
dude.
Um,
Yeah. No, it's
yeah.
like it's wild because like one of the things I've been like wanting to like say to like particularly to you is like I think like honestly I think like Eamon and these guys I honestly think they were probably just like jealous of like your success and whatnot, and that's probably why they had
Well,
some
like the
chip on
thing
their
is,
shoulder.
it wasn't even that big. Like it was like okay,
But it
like
was
I
like you had the ideas, you had the thing, you were Big Mac, people recognized you,
yeah,
and they didn't like that. That they didn't
yeah.
like that. I'm pretty
I
sure, dude, because like it just doesn't make sense. Like all these ideas that you talked about, like the decompression zone. You talked about this like interchange between stores. You were even talking about how like you used to give like little bulk pieces to people, like building customer relationships. People would come from like 3 hours away to come to your store.
Dude, I
Like
had
this is the
somebody
stuff
from
that
Maine.
yeah.
I had somebody from Maine that like, oh, we heard about your store and came here, and I was like, oh yeah, you guys visiting family and stuff, and like you heard about the stores. Like, no, we came for your store.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, you drove from Maine, like the
Yeah,
top of
dude.
the U.S. to like practically the most
That's a
south you
long
can go.
drive. That's like
Yeah, like they
30
drove for like,
hours.
yeah, they drove for like what 3 4 days, and they came in I'm like, oh, you guys stay in a hotel? Like, no, literally they stayed at the store for like 6 hours. Like, no, we just came here and now we're driving back,
That's good,
and it was like
dude.
like a big family, man. Like I was like,
And you'd think like you'd think
thank
that
you, like
Amen
yeah,
and the corporate leadership, they'd be like, oh, we should elevate this guy in our company and teach everyone else what he knows. And it's
yeah,
crazy too, because dude, you can tell like anyone that like listens to how you talk about the business and what you did, like when I was told you me and Olivia went to grad school, like we went to B school, and like, dude, you like
yeah.
know more than most of the people that I studied with, like
Oh,
facts. Like
thanks.
you have like the Goodwill Hunting style drive of like actually wanting to learn and like going and like trying to read the stuff and actually find out about it. and they don't they I think they were threatened by you, and they didn't like other people calling you Big Mac. They wanted to be Big
Yeah,
Mac.
and it
So
was somebody from corporate that like sent it. Like this guy is the Big Mac to our McDonald's. I was like, and I
yeah,
contacted him like, man, I forgot to ask him if he still has the document where he called me Big Mac because this
that's funny.
particular guy, it was pretty much like Ammon, Matt, and then this dude, right?
Yeah,
And he left Bam because
I think I know who it
yeah,
is. I'm
yeah,
pretty sure
he
he's
you
one of
could write
the
it. You could
yeah.
write it in the private chat. Like he still works for Bam, but not corporate. He's
Okay,
like he's like doing something for a store, um, but for one lone store. Super good guy. Tough guy, but good guy. So it's like it's
I don't know if I got his
so
first
so
name right. Like I might have
so the
forgot his
previous
first name.
name it is the first. It's the last name is correct, not the first name.
Oh yeah, I think I got the
Yeah,
first name wrong. But yeah,
yeah,
I've heard about this guy.
yeah.
Yeah,
I try. He doesn't want to be involved, so like I don't use his name. There's a lot of people
yeah,
that like ask that still work for Bricks Minifigs don't want to be involved, just because it's their job and like it's the only way they're making a living, right?
mm,
At least from what I know. But the like I didn't have all the tools, but I knew how to utilize what I had. And the biggest blow was the when we got evicted from the mall to the second location, right? Where
yeah,
like all anybody who knows about like partnering up with marketing companies, as soon as you pay, that's it. Like
mm,
if you move locations, then like no, you have to present a new buy like depending on what contract. And it's one of the contracts that I signed that was really a crappy contract where like this marketing company's like, no, that 80,000 is we developed it for your location. Now we have all this labor that you got to do, so we could add a little bit to it, but like
yeah.
it's not really gonna go anywhere. And there's like a time frame. There's all this stuff. So like I practically was out of 80 grand that I invested on that month, and then we moved
That's insane.
yeah
Yeah,
the
just
other
another
location. But
shady like
yeah.
little like side screw
Oh,
over
you
by a
have
corporation is like, oh, we want you to fix up this location and then fix up
yeah.
the other one and fix up the other one because we don't want to fix up our own mall.
Yeah, so
What
like 6 months
bullshit.
into that location, or like 5 months or whatever it was, they were bought out. So that was a failing. It was a really nice
Yeah.
mall, but it was failing because of their competitor that was
Okay.
like 15 minutes down the road.
Mm.
But yeah, like they spiced it up. They painted. They even threw away my sign, like
Yeah.
and gave me a fine for it because they had to throw it out. I'm like, you guys had it covered, and I couldn't take it down because you were painting. And that's what you told me.
I
It's like,
remember
yeah,
you
but you
saying you
weren't.
tried to go
Yeah,
back for the sign, you couldn't even get
yeah,
it.
yeah,
That was
yeah.
the Wesley Chapel one, right? Like,
Yeah, yeah, the Wiregrass Mall.
yeah,
Yeah, they could suck it, man.
yeah.
If you look into that, interesting to see who are the ones that own that and what they've been part of. It's a whole nother thing. And I think this
Sounds like a nice
story,
another investigation.
yeah, I think that yeah, dude, go have fun. Like this story, it's it's just the beginning. As soon as Bricks and Minifigs is over, like I think a lot more corporations are gonna be under a microscope because
Yeah.
I've gotten many phone calls from friends that are in law enforcement in various states that are
Hmm.
not involved, and all of them are like pretty scared to see the results with the American Fork,
Oh yeah.
LAPD, the Sandy Police Department, Provo Police Department, and a few other ones that haven't been mentioned yet, which I can't put out until somebody else puts it out, and I could talk about it. But like almost every single police department, they got skeletons in their closet, from however long ago that are connected to corruption or government in terms
Mm.
of high government politicians that utilize them quite a bit in certain states. So they're worried, you know, because like the good cops are also going to be roped into all this. And yeah, it was interesting, but overall, like I think this has been a good thing. I don't
Yeah.
know why there's pushback. I get it from people who have connected with these people and still believe in them in some weird way, but from like fans of Lego or fans of business like that are like, nope. Bricks and Minifigs is in the right. Like these are it's
It's
idiot people
crazy.
doing idiot things, and I'm like, where's your sense of integrity and morality? Like this is
Dude,
nuts.
it's like willful ignorance, and it's I think it's just people reading headlines and
Yeah.
stuff too. Like they don't actually dive in and find
But
out.
have you talked to any? Because I've talked to some owners that are like, dude, people that like chewed me out. That were like, how could you ever go against these guys? How can you ever
It's
talk bad
crazy.
on them? And I'm like,
It's funny you
oh,
say that, dude.
yeah,
Yeah, I do have a story about that. It
yeah,
was kind of
yeah.
an exclusive thing. I noticed there's a super chat for your thing.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Someone asked what I think about the band map.
Lily
And
Petal,
then
thanks for the $2. What does Matty Appleseed think about of the band map? He's got a lot of thoughts
uh,
in that hat of his.
dude, yeah,
Just see the size.
yeah.
Uh,
And the Lemonade Man said I created the band map. Dude, I'd love to take credit for that. That is so much work. Like I I think the band map is insanely awesome, and whoever's behind it, I don't know. I don't know. I can't say you know.
Rose.
Yeah, Rose
Rose
is
investigates.
the goat. Yeah, Rose is one of the best, and then Tattle out there also. Tattle's
Yeah,
pushing hard.
there's a lot of
Like
people that are helping out.
people
Like,
are like digging like crazy, and I'm just so happy like these people are doing this stuff because it's like I don't know, it just shows like the groundswell of like people are fed up with the system, and I
yeah,
think you said like these police departments and other people they know like the jig is up, and I don't know if you're into a lot of like the whole like astronomy or whatever, but Age of Aquarius is like we're basically in it now. We let it's a new age where like the truth comes to light. So that's kind of like what the people that look to the stars for whatever.
yeah. I don't
Steve
believe
Jobs looked to the stars.
stuff. Like, I'm like, I
I
like
know.
stars. Like, they're just planets to me and far,
Yeah.
far away. Like,
No, for sure. I like for people that are into it, whatever. But I think it's good that like that people are kind of starting to
uh,
be like, okay, let's do something about this. And
well, like,
yeah,
what hurts is like, I love that people are wanting to help and do things about this,
oh
but
yeah,
it's
oh yeah,
sometimes they're a little blinded. Like I've gotten a few messages just this past week, not from just one person, a few people like, hey, I'm investigating this, this guy, and I'm like, and it's not always the same guy, and I'm like, guys, as much as it's gonna hurt for you guys to hear this, there are some of the owners that had a hostile takeover
yeah.
that BAM was in the right to do so.
I think
Like,
I remember the
like,
story you said
yeah.
on your stream before. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, no, no. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I like because I know there was like someone you talked about selling fake Lego, keeping multiple books. It's like, and I remember you said like, look, a hostile takeover in a business is normal sometimes, but to the amount that they're doing it and to what happened with
Yeah, yeah.
you, not even close. Like that's what
Yeah,
you remember.
and I was
Yeah.
talking about before Josh and Brandon, like before they were involved,
Oh
there were
yeah,
some that
yeah,
I know about. I like investigated thoroughly, and I'm like, okay, like this was justified, like
mm,
this was for sure. And then only a few went under at the time, but like I have to, it kind of sucks because people have this lens that like these people have been evil forever, or this person has been sucked like
yeah.
his whole life, and I always point out like I don't know when it happened. They
Mm.
are scumbags now, but at one point they were a baby, and I
Yeah, I
don't believe
remember you
anybody's
saying that.
born
Yeah, when
evil.
did they
Like
make that? When did they
I don't
cross
I
that
don't know
threshold?
where it happened, but like
Yeah, you know
yeah,
the picture of Eamon. He has like the green thing mask on. Like he looks
yeah,
like
yeah,
he could have been okay still at that point. Like,
yeah,
and
yeah,
I feel like if he genuinely came out and he's like, "Look, I'm sorry. I want to make it right." Like,
yeah.
I
Like
mean,
even when he had
I
that
feel like
diaper on his head, I'm like, oh, he's probably
he
just
looks,
being a
yeah,
funny
he looks he's
dad,
just
and
messing around, like, yeah,
like
just
yeah,
trying to have fun. Like, I don't think people. I don't. I mean, I'd like to think they're not so far gone, like they can still make it right. Like,
yeah.
I
But
think
screw
Ben
these
gave
people, man.
pretty
Like
good out.
yeah, but
Yeah,
screw
so
these
I
people.
think
Like
they definitely
yeah,
deserve, like they definitely owe you like an apology and some cash for sure. But they can try to make it right. They can try to make amends. Like
yeah.
right,
But if they wanted to, they would have done it way
yeah.
before.
Especially
Cause
before it becomes a public thing, then it's kind of like, oh, do you really want to do the right thing? You just like feel
oh
like
yeah,
you should for PR. Rose investigates, dropped the $2. Rose the goat, one of the, yeah, for sure.
yeah.
And
The
also,
flower
yeah,
tattle and then salute.
yeah, Tattle goat
Uh,
also. And if anyone's trying to
That's
message me on Signal, my Signal is like My phone is like I have to get stuff out of my phone because
Yeah,
I can't even open my Signal chat right
you
now
get.
for the
Aunt
past
Layla
couple
said
of
we
days.
get passed around like a $2 hoe.
So, I live.
Word,
They live.
word.
I actually never had an issue with the Kaiser PD. Yeah, Kaiser PD,
Uh-huh.
like they were pretty okay. Like I think American Fork was like the bad one.
Well, like they're the ones that closed the investigation after finding out all the information, that 34-page
Apparently
document.
that, but they had to try to send it to the DA again, right? And then the DA like didn't pursue it. So to me, like this may be like some people might not agree. I'm fine with that, but I kind of start smelling like that smells like a little bit of guanxi. You know that Chinese word, the guanxi.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And that smells like a little bit of guanxi, you guys. For what you don't know, that means relationship. You know.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, I don't know. I just think maybe the DA had a little friend in friend and bam. I don't know.
Well, well, like the thing that BAM does well is like connect. They
Oh
know
yeah.
how
Oh yeah. They know everyone.
to get to know
Yeah.
people. Like they're out there, man. Like like
Oh yeah.
they have BAMCon every year, and so like obviously these guys suck. But one thing you can't, like, you could, I guess, give them their flowers is that they know how to talk to people. They know how to like get to know people, be in the
They're
right
smooth,
place.
dude.
Yeah, man.
Often,
Like
yeah.
it
Sociopaths, they can do that well, dude. Aiming the sociopath. He's I hope he's not watching. I don't want to make him feel bad. Like,
Ooh,
but
Eamon, no, no, he
if
could
you are
suck it,
watching,
man.
you should definitely definitely do the right thing.
No,
Uh,
Eamon can suck it, man. Like freaking, like we don't have to be
yeah.
nice to these guys.
I
Like
mean, I
this,
did kind of. I have
yeah.
actually. I've talked to quite a few people that he genuinely ruined their lives. So yeah, he definitely can suck it. But hopefully, like
Yeah, sorry, man. Like, I know you're a very nice guy, but I just can't
no, I know it's
like
like
it's really personal to me because
no, I know it is. Yeah,
it.
it's
Well,
bullshit. Like,
I'm like the guy, like, okay, I could take the punches, right?
I remember you saying
What you
that a
did,
lot. Yeah,
yeah, what you did, like what they did to me, like is it made me angry, But like I have, like I'd probably, dude, I'd be in jail if I didn't have my wife and kids for sure. Like
yeah.
people would have been walking with a limp for the rest of their lives, man. Like you I'm a nice guy. I'm not a violent person, but I don't
People can be pushed to the
like
limit.
don't try to ruin my life, right? What fueled the fire in me was seeing the Reckless Ben video and seeing, like, dude, you have no idea. I jumped out of my seat because a friend of mine sent me the video. Like, dude, watch this video. One of my old employees sent me the video, and as soon as I saw Brandon come on screen, I was like, mother, like, jumped up and watched the whole thing. I was just gonna watch like a little bit of it, watch the whole thing because I'm like, I know these freaking bastards. Like, I used other words that you can't say on YouTube, but like, I was so heated, and then I like immediately contacted Reckless Ben because I heard about
Nice.
it, but I didn't know how to contact the dude. I saw
Yeah.
him on Instagram. I didn't know. I couldn't tell which one was his. I saw his channel, but I'm like, that might not be the right person.
Mm.
Like I feel like it ain't the right person, right? But then he got a hold of me. He FaceTimed me, and like when it was on Patreon, he sent me some of his videos before it released on YouTube, and I'm like, because I try to prep him. I'm like, yo, they're gonna accuse you of heroin. He's like, dude, they already did that. You won't believe it. And I'm like, no way. It's like, it's on part two. I'm like,
You prepped him on the heroin thing.
oh yeah, because like that was their number one story. Like the
Yeah.
when Brandon and Josh were trying to, not trying, but like the negotiation was like we were gonna be partners if like it worked out, whatever. And so like the first day I was like, so how many stores have you guys cleaned up, like rescued, whatever? And he's like, oh man, this one. And I've told the story like a million times. They talked about crystal and heroin and
Yeah.
funding it with
Yeah.
Lego, and I'm like, that's crazy because to fund it with heroin is like, you could sell your body. Like there's way easier ways to like get heroin than like using Lego to do it. But
Mm.
yeah, and so I told him like this is the kind of stories that they used against people, and he's like, oh, they did it to us already, and I'm like, shoot. And so I just kind of told him my story. I couldn't really help a whole lot, and recently, like, I got like, I could tell you after the stream, because I don't want it to be like a big thing, where somebody might have screwed up, but like I told a certain people, I'm like, I'm not sure if I want to be part of these videos no more, but like if I can help, I will be a part of it. So if there's anything I could do, awesome, I'll do it. Like
Mm.
I'm ready, brother. But it was only recently when I got super angry that I called certain people back, and I'm like, hey, if you still need me to do a certain thing, you let me know, because
Yeah.
I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna, like, I didn't know like these lies were made about me and all this stuff. But yeah, like it's kind of like the way I see it is I have, like, if somebody talks bad about me, I don't really get frustrated.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but if like what you're saying to me is affecting other people, or you're starting to target people I like, people I love, we got a problem, and we need a. I'm a person that confronts face to face. I don't wait to send an email or back talk. I'll just like ask you like, hey, why'd you say this about me? Like, let's hash this out. Like, we might not
Yeah.
be friends after this, but we gotta talk. You know.
Yeah.
And
It just reminds me of like when you kept asking them for the inventory, and Josh is like, "Well, why would you want that? Why do you want that? Like, why do you think I want that? Because I have a contractual obligation, and you owe me that, and it would
yeah,
make
yeah,
me feel better." Like you said, you're like, "Well, I'd want to make sure because it's this, that, and the other thing." Yeah, dude.
yeah.
Um,
But the like so what is it that you I've stated my piece many times of like
no, for sure, dude. Yeah.
I no, I don't care about this being some grandiose blow up in everybody's face
Mm.
case, right? Like, I hope this gets resolved, because like the other thing that a lot of people don't understand is like, let's say Reckless Band wins, all the good parties win, but there needs to be stipulations to making sure that Bam pays everybody they've hurt, because they can
Yeah.
after that file bankruptcy. There's, if they don't have certain things in the law in place in terms of the agreement, the settlement, whatever it is, then they could just file bankruptcy or do something else, and they never need to pay anybody. So everybody stays screwed.
Mm.
But we were just like, yeah, we stuck it to them. That's kind of it. When some people really need this money, you know,
Yeah.
as you know, you've talked to some people that their lives are completely ruined.
Lives
Like,
were ruined. Yeah.
yeah,
Um,
and
it's crazy. Like
but like
even
what?
worse than what you said happened to you.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's what I.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
which is big. That's
We probably talked to some of the same people where
yeah,
obviously we won't name names, but
yeah,
like where they told us that, at least told me that they you know they lost their house, all of it, living in a motel with their family, and starting from like less than zero, and just trying to, you know, some people even got divorced because of it that I know of. Like, it, like, people really got hurt, like, bad.
mm,
And there's even some deeper ones which I would, because you probably know that one's like so sensitive that you, if you say it, people are probably gonna figure it out.
no, yeah,
But yeah,
you don't even have to reference it. But
yeah, yeah,
yeah, it's just like it's just sad because like my whole thing is like I'd like it to get to the point where like these people can tell their stories and just not be afraid of like retaliation. Like
yeah,
if you were wronged, like okay, maybe Bam can try to do all the legally mined crap to get out of paying anyone and keep their boats safe, keep their houses, whatever. I mean, like Amen and and
mm-hmm.
all these guys, but like at least if these people can come out and like tell their story and say like these people wronged me, I think that there's something like therapeutic in that, and I think that like if that doesn't happen, there's something like that is like will fester in like a person's soul, like, and that will be like not healthy for anyone. And these people are they're just ruining like I don't know. It's like, dude, like when you, like the spirit, like it really does something to someone's spirit. Like you have a strong spirit, obviously. Like you didn't let it didn't crush you. I can say for
Mm-hmm.
that's my opinion, but like you can tell, like it took people's spirits completely out of them. Like
Yeah, yeah.
they're like, yeah, I don't want to miss these. Someone sent you a $10 super,
No,
and
no,
then
yeah, yeah. I'll get to it. Like, I
oh word, okay,
usually
my bad. I don't know how you
yeah.
do it. My
No, no, yeah. Like,
bad.
everybody's got their own way of doing it. Like, when
Okay,
I'm
word,
talking
word.
to somebody, I'll jump back to the chat and then jump back in.
Okay, cool,
But
cool. My
since you
bad, dude.
pointed it out, let's go. Matt Marine, my man, with the 999. There was more probable cause in the Kaiser Police Department investigation for the DA to get a search warrant for Eamon, Josh Johnson, and Brandon Best's phones. there was for American
Mm.
Fork Police Department to get one to raid Ben's B&B, and like we said, there's a relationship in there. The what was it you said, Schweiger?
Some
Yeah,
Guanxi,
in the Guanxi,
Guanxi.
yeah, the Guanxi.
Yeah, there's some Guanxi going on for
Yeah, yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, Schweiger is
Schweiger is like a handsome guy. Yeah.
handsome. Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm
Yeah.
looking at a handsome guy right now.
Dude, everyone on the internet saying you're Schweiger. You know,
Oh man,
that's
man, no, no,
oh, you're looking at
no.
yourself. That's what you're talking about. We're really see both
Oh, okay,
screens.
okay. Rose investigates $2. Update.
Rose,
What's the update, Rose? Is it on the
maybe there's
BAM map?
maybe a band map update.
I'm not good at reading that. I get too tired. But if it's a pertinent, well, maybe we'll go through it.
Check it
But
out. Yeah.
but yeah, man. Like, what's your hope in terms of all this? Like, you just want it resolved
I
amicably,
would. Yeah.
like,
I would
yeah.
personally. I mean, like the way like divine like the divine justice would be like Eamon is financially ruined. He doesn't go to jail because I don't think he sent anyone to jail. I'm not sure of that, but the divine justice would be like he's ruined. He loses everything he owns, and it goes back to restitution to the people that he's wronged. I
Hmm.
think that would be the correct outcome. I don't know if that will happen. I think the best way that can happen is with like a federal investigation, because if they find him, guilty of RICO, which is, it's hilarious that he's
Hmm.
charging Ben with that when like from if you talk to the actual people, like it's crazy because it's like all the evidence is right there that he's, in my opinion, he's guilty of RICO. And if like the FBI just like talks to these people and charges them with that crime, regardless of whatever guanxi he has, then I think it will be made right. And I think people can actually talk about what happened to them. And I think the bigger thing is it starts to set a precedent where it's like, if you're a corporation, watch out. Because if people start gathering and pushing for it to happen,
Yeah.
this can happen to you too. And it's
And as
insane
you know,
because,
a lot
yeah,
of people are waiting to see the result with Crystal and Brian Gorman
yeah,
before
yeah.
they do something.
And they're probably trying to settle with them. I don't think they want it to
Hmm.
go to, they're probably trying to give them a nice settlement. And I think now I think it all ties into like Eamon's ego. I think
Yeah.
the reason he came after you is because he didn't like you or Big Mac. I think the reason he never wanted to pay off Brian, and because he thinks he didn't have to. He's got the law on his side. He's Mr. Legally Mine. He can write all the contracts he wants and tell everyone to screw off. And he knows no one can fight him in court because the courts aren't accessible to the common person. And I think that's a bigger issue like that I'd hopefully like to see solved in the world is like
Yeah.
people should be able to go to court. Like small claims court shouldn't be a $10,000 cap or 1250 or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that's laughable. Like when was that put in place? Like it should be at 100K now. Like if you hear about all the stories of like contractors that just like come in,
Well,
take
like,
the
it's
money and
also
leave.
like the what is labeled as damages, right? Emotional damage, like what you've done
Yeah.
to people. Like, it's
Yeah.
heavy. Like I've talked to people where, like, whether they're lawyers or not, I can't say because I don't want to get anybody in trouble. Like, that's how, like,
Yeah.
careful I'm being. That, like, with if I were to open a case, because I sent them a bunch of stuff, and they understood the law at the very least. Can't say if they're a lawyer or not.
Mm.
They'll be like, yeah, you could potentially get like around 2 million for all this because
Yeah.
of everything that was done to you. Not even looking at the goodwill, the fixtures, and you have video footage of certain things, and of the store, and they have video footage. They have recordings of all your conversations. So, like, there's a lot of proof and the damages, and there's something involved of, like, doing it at a time when there's a woman that's 9 months pregnant or 8 months pregnant or something like that, plays into the law. That's like, it's like more like malice or something. I
Yeah.
did
They
not
did it like
understand. Yeah,
knowingly and willingly, like
yeah, yeah,
with malice. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But it was like some specific thing. I don't know what it was, but I'm
Because the damages become
yeah.
like punitive. That's
Hmm.
something like that. Yeah.
But I wanted to know. So, you had a conversation with somebody that was very much on the side of BAM, correct?
Oh yeah, yeah. That's
Yeah,
what I was. Yeah, I was gonna say.
yeah.
There's a funny story. Yeah, we
Obviously, we
got
won't call him
sidetracked on a
out yet.
long
Yeah,
one
yeah.
there,
No,
huh?
no, it's all good.
We
Like,
got.
that. I like chilling. Like I don't
No,
like
I
it
know. Yeah,
being
no,
like,
I'm
hey,
good.
so
I
like
completely forgot
question
about
two,
that
question
though.
three. Like I'm more
I'm,
real.
I,
Yeah.
I mean, dude, I might. Here's what I'll say. Like, I don't have to call anyone out, but
Yeah.
this is before any of this stuff came out with like EBN was going into the BAM files, right? I'll say
Yeah.
that. So
Yeah.
we found out about maybe another name behind the franchise. We know the McNeffs, right? But a lot of people fall on EBN, the BAM files. We learned about another name, and because I don't want this to get privacy struck, I won't say the name, but anyone
Yeah.
who's watched has knows. So before I knew about that name, me and Olivia, we were like we were on our van life thing. For people in the chat don't know, we do van life, and we were in Boise, Idaho. We were watching a dog at a place. We do these like pet sits sometimes to get out of the van. So we're hanging out in Boise, and I'm bringing Olivia to like a massage one morning, like on an app we use. It's the Class Pass app for like very cheap classes or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, a lot of side.
No,
I
no,
go to the
I
Bricks
got
and
you. I got you.
Minifigs.
No,
I go to the
go
Bricks and
ahead, man.
Minifigs in Boise, and I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
oh, because we're driving down the street and I see it, and
Yeah.
this is a corporate Bricks and Minifigs,
Yeah.
and yeah, Rose dropping in the chat. Rose is on it. So I'm in Boise, and I'm like, I want to go and talk to a franchise owner and like get the story. And I have a picture on my phone. I can like try to pull it up to show like I was legit
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
And I go in and I'm thinking like I had meta glasses too, but I like didn't put them on because I was like,
Yeah.
I just want to talk to an owner. I don't want to do any like funny stuff. Like I want to actually like hear from them like what they feel like.
Yeah.
Because
You want
I
to.
went in and I go up to this guy and I'm like, I got some Lego. It was around that time that I hit you up. I said I bought like this huge pile. Remember I sent you a picture, like a massive pile
Yeah.
of Lego?
Yeah. Yeah.
I got this out of that pile, dude.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, dude. I built that out of
That's one
bulk.
of the best
Like,
ones, man. That's
oh
like
yeah, dude. Took me
they've
so
only.
long to get all the dude. It was like a 30-pound bulk pile, and I built this thing out of that. You
Heck
know how
yeah,
long it? I
dude.
mean, you must know how long it takes
I
to get all
know,
those
dude. I
pieces.
have bulk. Like, dude. Okay,
Yeah.
so one of my. This is how much Lego I have and how involved I am. My old camera stand. Ugh, built out of Lego.
Word, dude. That's sick.
So like when the
Yeah.
camera angle was right here, it was sitting on some Lego, bro.
Hey,
And you
I'll
should
tell
see
you.
my garage.
Yeah.
Yeah, full of
But I'll
Lego.
tell you more of the Lego stuff like afterward. But like because I got Lego stories I can tell you. It's funny stuff. But
Yeah.
so I'm in the Boise, Idaho Bricks and Minifigs. I go up to this guy. I'm like telling him about like, oh, how much. I have a picture of this on my phone. I'm like, how much would you pay for this? Like just because I'm trying to like cultivate like a little bit of like guanxi. I want to
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
talk to him
Some
and like get
rapport.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah. And then I'm like, oh, so I want to ask you about like the Bricks and Minifigs stuff going online. Like, has it like affecting you or whatever? And I was like, started asking him like, what's your like relationship like with corporate? And I'm like playing the dunce. I have no idea. Like this guy is corporate.
yeah.
And like I had no like, I mean, not like I was playing the dunce. Like I was the dunce at that point. Like I was ignorant. I didn't know that this
Yeah,
was
yeah,
like the Boise location. And what he starts telling me, he's immediately on edge. Like he was immediately like pissed off that I was bringing it up. Like it wasn't like he was like verbally, pissed but it was like you could tell he was like agitated. And I was like, yeah, I'm just wondering, like, because from what I've heard, like there's a lot of owners that say like BAM will like sort of like corporate will kind of like set you up to fail for like kind of like a got you moment. Because I remember your story, you were saying like they allowed you to put off royalties for a couple months. So I was like, oh, so have they done anything? He's like, no, nothing like that. And I was like, have they done anything to you like where they've like maybe like allowed you to like stop paying royalties or something like that and said it's going to be okay? And there was like a miscommunication because this was right around the time where like if you were a member you could not pay the royalties. So he was like he thought I was talking about that. And he was like, oh no, they're like, he started referencing that a bit. And then I was like, oh no, I think there's like a miscommunication. Like and he was like, no, but you just said like, they were like trying to set you, like, did they ever try to set you up and do like a gotcha? And I was like, no, I think you're like, I'm talking about something different. I'm not talking, I realize you're talking about the royalties now. That's like not what I'm talking about. And he was like, he just went into this whole kind of spiel about like, they're good people. Like these corporate people are good people. And I remember leaving, I was just thinking like, how does he know if they're good people? Like, does he hang out with them? There's like 300 stores. Like you act like you like personally know these people. and then meanwhile, come to find out like he does, but he was just like the son-in-law, like he married into like that family, so his father was
Yeah.
the owner, is what he told me. Because one of the first things I asked him, like, do you own? Are you the owner? And he's like, oh no, my father-in-law owns the store. So like,
Yeah.
admittedly, like, how deep is he in all this? And I started pressing him a little bit too. I was like, well, I mean, if you look at the case, like, because he's like, oh, they're good people, this, that, the other thing. And I was like, dude, like, well, if you look into like like what happened, it's like, do good people like not follow the contract that they set up, like, because
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
haven't given an inventory? And I like basically spelled out all the stuff that's common knowledge if you're like following the case. And it's clearly like a lot of these people that are like on that side of like the logic, they don't follow the case. You know, they don't follow it. They're willfully ignorant about like, oh no, we're in the right. Anyone that says otherwise is just, a troll, or they're just talking crap, or they're trying to get some, internet whatever.
Yeah.
And yeah, dude. Like I went into the Lions Den. I like asked them what they thought about Corbett, and they were like, "They're great people. They're great people. They're really good." That's literally what happened. Like, and I wish I had my glasses like on, like in hindsight, because I was thinking like, "Oh, this would be such a great clip to like show people." And it wasn't like
Yeah.
it wasn't opposite of it wasn't the Eve sort of,
Yeah.
there's like
Yeah. Yeah.
another person, and there's two people. One of them's like Eve. It wasn't that one. It was just like a son-in-law. So I'm sure he's not really like watching all this stuff.
Yeah. Rose said I might recognize the spreadsheet from the update actually. So let's see the BAM map, right?
Nice. Rose, I gotta like get I gotta get like some of this data off my phone, like pictures and videos. My phone's like completely at max. So like I
So
feel like I'm
where'd I go? Okay, so updates. Cool, coul cool.
can't even
$160 for
load any
BAM.
signal chat.
Two. So which spreadsheet are we looking at?
Are you on screen share?
Oh, here I'll share it.
Right. Yeah, I've said it like 4 times, Rose. My bad. Mark probably
So
told you guys
we'll
like,
do this screen, or hold on, would this one be better?
nice.
Nope. Whatever. Like, okay. So there's this one that we just found out from Echo Base. So which one's the most alibi? Company has two voices this week. One of them was recorded by the police. Contradicted itself so far. That's August 7th. So today is August 10th. So which is the new one? The new update.
Dude, let me grab a drink real quick while you
You good.
find that.
So Rose, where am I looking at? Top new one is Neko. Didn't do that one yet. Top one is New Echo. Today is August 9th. We're like, oh, for me it's 1 a.m. So it's the 10th. Okay. Okay. So are you talking about the company has two voices? Is this it? What am I looking for? Rose, you gotta let me know. On top. Okay, on top I have on this one or before, like this one updates. Police file published in full. Here, let's go back to all updates. Oops, I'm on vacation in Hawaii this week. Oh, I don't know which one you want me to look at because I already know about this one, and I don't know which one is the one that I should recognize. Okay, so the first one. Cool, cool, cool.
All right. I remember a lot of your streams. I know the garage gets kind of hot, so I see you drinking out of bottles of water a lot. I got my
Oh
own.
yeah, yeah.
It's a bigger bottle of water.
So what am I looking at? Like all this. Okay, it's here documented before. That oath report. This is the. Is this it? Is this what you want me to look at? Nope.
The Rose was saying like there was a spreadsheet.
Yeah, I can't find any.
Oh, there is that.
What this ain't. This is just a calculator. Like what spreadsheet am I looking at here? Documented before. Buying calculators here.
I bought a lemonade today, lemonade man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there was like my neighbor or my parents' neighbor kid was outside. It's like we're on not that busy of a street, and he's just out there like selling lemonade. Like, it was like, dude, I gotta support this kid. I had to look for like a
Yeah.
long time to find money to buy that because it's like I didn't have any cash. It's yeah, I like spent all my cash at yard sales.
So okay, but I'm not. It wants me to open a bunch of stuff now. I'm not doing all
Click the
that.
buying calculator is here. Reading it will help with understanding it. Looking at using it will help as much. All right, bro.
Yeah, that's just way too much. That's a lot of work for stuff out.
I'm
No
gonna pop
offense.
a I'll probably pop
Yeah,
a video about
yeah.
that one
You go
right
ahead
now
and do that,
for
man.
sure.
I'm way too lazy on
This
that
is what we'll
stuff.
do. I'll put the
Like
video
I,
out,
yeah,
and then
I
we'll come
didn't.
back and we'll stream and
eh,
we'll do
Heck
a
yeah,
we'll talk
we'll do
about
that.
that.
I like, dude. The BAM calculator did not use because it was BS calculator. It was bull crap. Like, you guys want to hear? Like, I will show you guys how you should do things, and we'll get back to our interview. But okay, so Bricklink, right? Everybody's familiar with Bricklink. Okay, so let's do Death Start. And Death Start. Boom. So this is how you should do every single set. Let's see the Death Star that came
Oh,
out in
you're not
2008.
streaming. You're not
So I'm
sharing
going
screen, by
to
the
I'm
way.
gonna I will show this. Everybody
Oh.
gotta calm down. I got this.
My bad. It's
All
like,
right,
oh, I
all
think
right.
there was a super chat up there. I'm just
Okay,
kidding.
okay.
I'm just kidding.
So here, add to stage. Okay, so you see the Bricklink. Cool. When you go to price guide, you got last 6 months sales, current items for sale. Now it all depends on how much you got together. It all depends on the timing because this is all going to change in November. So that's why you should offer only on the day. And if they bring back the same set the next day and it's cheaper, that's what you got to offer them, right?
Makes
Because
sense.
it changes, right? So right here it says, I don't know how well you guys could see this, but it's around 480 used from the last 6 months sale. Too many people go to this one, current items for sale, and the average 592. Now the problem with that is, here's the max price average on max price on currently new item listed. That means somebody has listed this for 1,550. Somebody has listed it for used $922.79. Same with this, 1,700. So average price, that's where it's sold for average on Bricklink. Now you'd have to calculate how many were sold in the last 6 months, but also you got to see what kind of fees it was, if there was a change in currency, and then if you look at eBay, so eBay.com.
Mm.
So let's see. This is the 2008, I believe 2008 UCS Death Star 2008 UCS Death Star. It's one of the simplest things you'll ever freaking do. And then I'll put it. I'll start sharing it.
So is this
So
like some people are quoting like eBay listed versus eBay sold? Is that like how?
the people screw up a lot on how to do a trade, especially for
Evaluate.
collectors.
Yeah.
So when you do eBay, you have to go to the filters. Okay.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So condition, let's go to used, and then we'll do not best match. Nope. And we have to do sold. Use where the freak is this? Oh, it's usually on the side. So custom set not specified features max used. Where is the worldwide North America? So we'll do North America only.
People in the chat are commenting. You're not sharing.
Yeah, that's true. My bad. There we go.
They don't
So
want to say anything. But
no, go ahead. Go if
No,
I'm
I'm
screwing
just
up.
kidding.
Hey, you're not sure. My bad. My bad. So So let's see. Interest, retired theme, brand, price, blah blah blah. Buying format. I usually only do buy it now. And then interest. So used, and then where's sold? Like already sold.
Down in the on the left side, if you scroll to the bottom there, yeah, up above the advertisement, yeah, like right
Oh,
there.
gotcha.
Scroll, yeah. I saw that
So
do a lot of eBay.
freaking a, I'm not gonna do that. So
All good,
you'll press sold, but then you could kind of gauge like, okay,
and you can see like
that's
what
the
they're actually
yeah
selling for.
yeah, and
Yeah,
usually the first listings, okay, 600, 650. This is different. This is different.
I had no idea
Um,
about Bricklink, by the way, before
yeah,
all the RecklessBen stuff, and I love to like buy and sell stuff at yard sales, which is
yeah,
why I kind of bought that massive pile of Lego. But then I realized I was like, okay, like I'm just gonna probably just
yeah,
keep that one.
and you see how people get screwed. Like it's because on eBay they hike up the price so that they could cover the delivery fees. They could
Yeah,
cover the fees on to eBay.
yeah, that always like kind of because when you
Yeah.
and then you look on Facebook Marketplace and people have stuff priced at like eBay listed, and it's like, well, you're selling like locally, like eBay's not
Yeah,
taking
yeah,
a
yeah.
cut. There's no shipping involved. Like you're not going to give me a deal. And obviously with collectors, like they want top dollar for their stuff, but then it's like you gotta, if you're
Yeah.
selling, you gotta take your,
Yeah, yeah.
it's
So
no
it's
no longer you have an emotional attachment no longer exists when you decide to sell. Like
exactly,
you can't just
exactly.
act like you're going to get 110% of the value.
Oh yeah, you're again, it's not rocket science, it's just math. All right?
Yeah.
Like it should be cheaper in a store than versus online because you're not charging anybody shipping, you're not inflating the prices. Like you have to be a fair price. So also, unfortunately, it's going to be cheaper, but it shouldn't be so cheap that's like you're getting screwed over.
Yeah.
Like the range should be anywhere you're giving at least 50 to 70% of its value. 50 to
Yeah.
70% is like collector value area where you're going to be a reseller, right?
And I remember you were
Sometimes,
even telling people
yeah.
like, "Oh, go to that one because they do good on architecture."
Yeah,
So it's
yeah,
like
because
you're
architecture
trying
we
to
don't
help people
sell.
out.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I would explain to people before they even brought it in, like, don't bring me this set. I'm gonna offer you freaking nothing for it
Yeah.
because this set sucks. Sorry to tell you. For our location, it's the worst
Doesn't
piece of
sell.
garbage you could bring to us.
Yeah.
Don't bring us this stuff. But if you like, I can call around and see which other bricks and minifigs in close to us will take it for a higher price because maybe it'll sell over there. And
Yeah.
sometimes the case was like you invested in like the worst set ever.
Yeah.
You invested in the worst themes ever. Like people invest. There's so many people that invest in Harry Potter, but Harry Potter they'll release the same set like 3 times in 1 year.
Mm.
So it's a brand new set in a different way, but it's the exact same thing they released in the beginning of the year. So
Yeah.
it's never going to have a good resale value, and we're
Dude.
gonna have like 100 of the same set.
Oh,
Yeah,
I got speaking of Harry Potter sets, I got Dumbledore's office. Is it Dumbledore's library?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I got that for $3 at the yard sale. It
Heck
was like
yeah,
pretty complete, dude. I was like, I had to order the Dumbledore
yeah,
minifig
yeah.
and the Harry Potter minifig, but I was like, I need this. I need these
Dude, like
minifigs.
I love Harry Potter. I'm not excited for the new show, but I love Harry Potter.
Oh
Like
yeah, I mean,
like
yeah,
the
it's just like
the
I
Harry
just love a good
Potter.
deal.
Yeah, Harry Potter has the same clientele as Lego, where it's like same fandom. You got your normal people who love collecting, really passionate about the lore, and then you got your freaks, and
Mm.
that's the same. Like, you've been to Universal, you'll be like,
They go to Universal, they get like trashed on Diagon Alley with like the what is it the what do they sell the beer they sell? It's like
butterbeer.
you get
Yeah,
trashed on butterbeer.
yeah,
You just
like
start yelling at the dragon up in the
yeah, yeah. Like, what the freak? Like,
you
no,
you
because
get
like
down there.
you get these people that are like freaking in the middle of summer in Universal, and they are wearing the entire
Oh yeah.
school outfit of Harry Potter. I'm like, that's cool and all, but it's harder than Satan's ball sack out here. Like, what are you
Yeah.
doing? And they're wearing the whole full like a coat, like a Harry Potter freaking cape and everything, and they're sweating profusely. And they have like half their head shaved, and only one half of their face has makeup, and that's just like their regular clothes for like all the time.
I
You
I
know?
was there like last year October. Um
Yeah.
Sick time. Yeah. But my favorite part was Voodoo Donuts, and then
Oh,
also
Voodoo Donuts, dude. Dude, their bacon donuts is awesome. I never
I
thought I
like
would
the
like
Portland
bacon on
cream
donuts.
is
I was like,
sick,
that's
but
crazy.
that one like dude, that one won like awards as well. Like
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. But then
Like,
on my probably also my favorite part, like I don't know if you ever done this, but like I always just go single rider line on the roller coasters because I'll
yeah.
usually just go like with like one other person or whatever. So if you go in single rider
Mm.
line, you literally just skip right to the front, ride the roller coaster, and sometimes you can even ride first car. And you
Yeah.
go on like 20 times, and like and in the amount of time that you'd be waiting in the line, you can go on like 5 to 7 times on single rider line.
Dude,
It's like
I don't
it's
ever go on
incredible.
single rider line because I'm usually with either my wife or my family. And
Yeah.
me and my wife will go, but like my kids like we just
If
go
you're
on
with
the
your
like
wife though,
regular rides, yeah.
you guys can both do it, and you can still get seated next to each other. You just sit,
Yeah.
you just get a little
Oh yeah,
blind
yeah.
seat at the front. You're like, hey, can we maybe get it's like
Heck yeah, dude.
no, you just kind of
Working
get
the
lucky.
skip.
You get lucky, and they like kind of
Yeah.
sometimes they'll put you next to each other. Sometimes they'll put you like, but meanwhile, it's like you're just enjoying the ride, and then you get off, and you're still together with the other person that you're with. So,
Yeah.
but I'm
So
yeah, it's
there
good
there was a few questions I wanted to ask you. So like
for sure,
have you been to any Bricks and Minifigs since that Boise, Idaho one? Like yeah, have you been
dude.
traveling
Nah.
across the country because of your van life? Mm.
Okay, so the Boise, Idaho one, what happened was like that was basically the last state we were in because when we left Boise and we went north into Canada, we were in Calgary. We went to the
Yeah.
Stampede there. We stayed in Calgary for like 2 weeks, and then we started traveling like west through Canada because we got like friends in Saskatchewan, and we were going to go south towards like Voyageurs National Park and then Isle Royale, and then something came up and we were like, oh, we need to get back home because there I might be like doing something like in Utah, like so Olivia didn't want to bring the van there, so we are like, okay, let's go back to my parents' place, and then Olivia actually yeah, anyway, long story short, like we kind of like left Boise, went north, and then went through Canada, and basically like a week ago we started driving back here. So I haven't had a chance to go to any others. But since the RecklessBen stuff dropped, it was like when I started, I think we were in California, and I was trying to like find some way to like convince Olivia like we need to go to Eugene, like we need to go to Kaiser. Like I wanted to go there,
Yeah,
but it
yeah.
was just wasn't in the cards, like the wife and what all that.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? But like
I know what you mean, man.
so like I couldn't pull that off. But there is this Connecticut location, the Southington one. That was the guy that came out in the video, and he was talking about like the I-8 Banff. And dude, like Connecticut is like an hour and a
Yeah.
half from me. So like he
Dude,
was saying, he's
I
like, I
lived in
can't talk.
Southington, Connecticut.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
In the heart of Southington, man. It was awesome.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it's
got a
very
buddy like
relaxing.
in Connecticut. So I'm thinking of planning a trip to go and see him. I want to reach out to the Southington guy because I know like he's willing to talk about the like
Mm,
the independent association.
yeah.
Um, so I just want to take a little road trip, get an interview with him, like check out the store. There's another one in Newton, so I'm hoping that he can connect me with that person because I'd like to like I have this like interview like I'm gonna be doing soon with these people like I told you the guy in the private chat. Um, so
Yeah.
hopefully like one of the things I was hoping at some point I can ask you some of the questions that I was planning to ask them and
Go ahead
kind of
and
do like
ask
a
me.
dry run.
You can ask me right now.
And then if you have any ideas for questions I should ask, I feel like that would be good
Oh,
as well.
I got ideas, bro. I
So
got
this is more
ideas.
like
Yeah.
this is supposed to be more of like it's not really like it's more about like the franchisees and like helps kind of give people a glimpse of like what motivated
Mhm.
them. Um, so the first question was like, what motivated you to open a Lego store? Like that's kind of the first one.
Yeah. You want me to answer that?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So it was just opportunity. I ran the numbers.
Yeah.
I knew my like at the time it was really hard to get a job. It was right after COVID.
Mm,
I lost my job at GNC. I got a new boss, and it was like this whole other thing where she just sucked, and she was kind of threatened because I wasn't gonna replace her, but I was in talks with her boss so I could be at a different area running like 30 locations at a different, maybe even a different state.
Nice.
And it would be like, I guess, her dream job, but she was running less stores. And then she kind of got whiff of it and then tried to make me busy when she was, that person was supposed to be in town, but whatever. So that didn't work out. And then I was going from like job to job, whatever I got to do, knocking doors, whatever I got to do, right? And then I found an
Mm.
opportunity to buy a power wash and cleaning company. When I came across Bricks and Minifigs, that kind of was already out the door. Um, I was like, well, I could transform this one because this store sucks. And I looked at the numbers, I talked to the people, and I'm like, this is like, I have 100% knowledge in this stuff, and I could turn this around in like the first month. Is because that's what I did. You know,
Yeah.
like we did more money in sales the second month than that month ever did ever in its span of like 5 to 6 years of life. And so I was like, yeah, this is what I'm doing, and explained to them the whole thing, and it was awesome. Um,
Mm.
but yeah, it was just opportunity. Like my wife even asked, like, "Hey, are you doing this to play with Lego all
I
day,
remember
or
you saying that once on the. I remember you
Yeah.
saying.
So that's how I
Yeah.
kind of got into it. It was nothing spectacular, nothing like, man, like they reached out to me. No, like I saw a store, thought it sucked, knew I knew how to bring it up. The employee said it was for sale, and I was like, cool. Let
For
me see
sure.
what's into this. And then I like would call every day, just on top of it, just gun
But
like
but you're also like a
running.
Lego guy too. Like you like Lego as well.
At the time, I wasn't super into Lego.
Okay.
I was a Lego guy in terms of like I like having Lego. I play with it with my kids. Played with it my whole life, but I'm not putting a mantle and making a collection of everything. I'm like I buy what I like and that's it. I'm not looking
Yeah, yeah,
to be
yeah,
like
for
the
sure.
collector.
No, I got you. I think like I know because with your story, I know about the GNC side where like
Yeah.
you had expertise around like turning stores from the red like to the black and so that's definitely like I guess it makes more sense where it's like you decide to go with the franchise because they had a location, but it's like I guess one of the other questions I'm planning for this interview is like why did you choose to open a franchise over an independent location like just doing something on your own? And I suppose it's like you said, like what we were just alluding to. It's like you kind of had an idea of like the GNC's
Well,
model of like I'm going to turn it around. Or
a franchise usually you're supposed to have assistants, right?
mm,
But you already got a recognized brand. Like even if it's like the numbers were all right enough that I was like, you know what? Even if this was just like a one-off store
yeah,
at the mall and everything, I could do it because I didn't. Everything I did, I practically received zero help from anybody
yeah,
else, right? Um,
exactly,
other than having like great vendors, like that was the one thing. Like they have vendors, they got those vendors. Like I would love to have, but it'll be my design, my ideas, and so that's why anybody would enter a franchise is because they got the brand recognition and
the
they're not going in
connections,
blind. Yeah, they
yeah,
got connections. They usually are supposed to have a layout of how to advertise, how to market, how to get people in the door, how to promote, all that stuff. Yeah, I think you froze up a little bit. Is that just me or
hmm.
yeah,
No, I was buffering on my end too.
yeah.
Um, so a lot of this stuff is also like to kind of like the interview will sort of like kind of try to flesh out to some people like okay here's what a franchise model is and here's what you can expect. So like on that note like what like when you before you joined like what did you expect to gain from the franchise because you'd said you just said you didn't really get any help at all like what were you expecting to gain?
Well, like when I say I didn't get any help at all, it's like the bigger stuff in terms of marketing, right? Like in the
Yeah, yeah.
beginning, I was had a lot of communication,
Mm-hmm.
so I was expecting more. It became prevalent that like, oh, I really have to figure out my own territory
Mm-hmm.
because one of the things was where like I kind of gave them a little bit of grace was, oh, this the reputation of this place is terrible. Um, and I knew it was bad, but I didn't know how bad until I got into it, right? Where we were receiving phone calls, and then there was other places opening up close by that had a bigger name and or a big name at the time, and they
Yeah,
were kind of bad mouthing our location. I'm like, okay, cool, that makes sense, because they really effed up before, in the previous years before. So I was like, okay, well. these things that they're telling me I can't really apply at the time. But then, um, like I was more expecting, whether it was visits or layouts or an understanding of retail, and then I started understanding. I'm like, oh, I know more about retail than most guys at corporate, and I was still giving grace to Matt and Ammon. I was like, oh yeah, they're the owners. They have to take care of their own stuff. There's other people in positions that I need to talk to, and they wouldn't really give me any good advice or good direction or any direction. They would just be like, you should be on Slack. You should communicate more with the other owners. I'm like, man, this is freaking stupid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So,
crazy.
so yeah, like freaking corporate doesn't do really anything, and everybody in their positions don't really know how to utilize their positions to help out an individual location.
So you'd
Yeah.
say like pretty much like they didn't they didn't have marketing like be it backing you, like they weren't doing things on the marketing side. Was that like just like to promote like the store and bring customers in, or like even things just like the brand bible, like brand guide, like templates, like posters, like things you can use, like practical things that you can post?
So yeah, they would tell us like you could post this on Instagram. This is how you should decorate the store. But at the time when I went in there, like they didn't even have like a structure of like you have to paint it the Bricks and Minifix colors. There was like stores that had like lime green and walls with like a weird design, and you see that old school logo that is a copyright thing from Lego that they had to eventually change it to the blue and
Mm,
yellow and white, which is a better looking logo. But the like I came in a very bare bones,
yeah,
so like I had to really change it up, and I'm like, no, we gotta make sure the brand speaks out. Like again, when I came in, they just got a sign that store didn't have a sign for like almost a year.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
That
And
is like
so
bare minimum type of crap too.
yeah.
um
But that's more with the county. Like you could fault the county for that. Like permits are insane.
all
So
right,
yeah.
so I guess like the next question was like sort of, it was going to go to like, what would you expect like joining, prior to joining, and then like what was your actual experience like of the damn franchise. And then there's another question that I could tell you like off stream, but if I say it now, well, it might like reveal like who these people are. um
Okay. Is there a way to
but,
modify the question?
um
I guess more
yeah, I
tailored to
suppose.
me.
Yeah, I guess it would be like um like, yeah, I mean, I guess I could. I mean, everyone knows like how did your experience change after the
Ah, yeah.
Best Johnson team took over,
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah. So I think
And
you
just
know.
to just to answer, I'll answer this team alarm warrior. Relic, would you want to be the new BAM CEO? If so, what changes would you advise? Uh,
That's a good question. I'm gonna
Shut
write
down the
that down.
company. That's what I would advise. Like, I'm not fixing that reputation, man. Like I would pay you not to make me CEO. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
I would not want to be CEO of that company at all. Like, I can see the way it can be revived, but I'm not gonna deal with that. It's just too much of a headache. And for eternity, you're gonna have diehards that, regardless of who goes in there, it's kind of like when somebody accuses somebody of an egregious act, an illegal act. Whether it's like the one I hear most common is like somebody falsely accusing a school teacher or somebody of like rape or something like that. Just the accusation, their life is over. Doesn't
mm,
matter if they actually did it or not. The accusation itself, their life is over. So like for some people, the accusations and everything that's going on, the Bricks and Minifigs brand will always and forever be attached to Ammon and Matt McNeff and Josh and Brandon and all the doucheballs that exist. It will always be attached to that. It don't matter. So like you're gonna face diehards that are like will go to the next level, like burning down buildings, because that will eventually happen. Like these are the kind of normal things that you got to expect from psychos out there that believe that they should express themselves in very violent ways, because that's just unfortunately, like again, people try to, whether they have a good intention or not, they try to utilize something that they feel strongly towards and use that as an excuse to put out all their frustrations in a physical way. And I've seen that a lot in my life, and I hope it doesn't happen. Luckily, we haven't seen any of that happen, and I don't think it will because it's not big enough for that. But again, like we also don't know the future. Like if there is a big Lego YouTuber that puts out 3 videos in the next few weeks, guarantee you we'll have more traction than any Reckless Ben video has been put out because then Lego gets involved. Like Lego doesn't talk because like their audience isn't talking. So why would they say anything?
Yeah,
Like again,
that's true.
not even a Bricks and Minifigs audience is talking. We're not getting
Yeah.
a lot of like we're just now getting a few customer conversations about it. Some YouTubers that shopped at Bricks and Minifigs, but even those ones made one video and left.
Mm.
And some didn't even say anything. They're just moving on. Some YouTubers that came to my store aren't saying nothing, and they know the story. So it's like, what are you gonna do?
Dude, it's weird too how like I mean, I don't know if I'm just like thinking too much about it, but like Moist Critical and Aim Asmongold, like they talked about it a bit, like but there's been so much coming out, like why didn't they talk about it again? You know?
Well, they're following Reckless Ben. They're not following everybody. Like you see,
Yeah,
they
but
will.
the way Penguins
Yeah,
talked about it, he was like, "I am glued to this Lego story." He was
yeah,
saying
yeah.
shit like that, and it's like, if you're glued to this Lego story, like where's the next update? Because other people like glued to it. You can see like in the chat, like the people that are like in it, like you see
Yeah,
them,
yeah.
they're in it. You know?
Well, like I totally understand that perspective. But you
Yeah,
gotta realize
they got
like
all
that's
competing priorities and all that. Yeah,
they got competing priorities, but they aren't investigating to see which YouTubers have the right sources. Like there's a lot of clickbait out there, man. Like there's
yeah,
even
that's true.
some Lego YouTubers that I was following. I'm like, man, they're putting out great work. But then they were posting every day when there was no news to be had with Ammon's face, with like whatever, and it's like, okay, man, you're just taking the piss at this point because you're just trying to get clicks and you're not. And I get it. It's you're making money off YouTube. That's awesome. Like power to you. But at least put out something new. Maybe it's your perspective. Maybe it's your
Mm,
ideas and don't just use like clickbait. And I think clickbait has hurt a lot of this story. So
dude, yeah,
somebody
exactly.
like yeah, so somebody like Asmongold and Moist Critical, they're glued to this story. But we got to remember this isn't the only story that exists out there.
Yeah,
There are many people having public lawsuits out in the open that are insane stories. It's just we all here care so much about this story because this is the story that we glued onto. There's other
mm,
stories that other people has glued onto as well. So I don't fault those big giant YouTubers. Like it's crazy that they even found it in the first place. But the Lego tubers, this is their full their
yeah.
this is everything to do with them. Because and so that's it'd be different if like Asmongold, let's say if he was always doing World of Warcraft stuff because that's how he got famous, and then World of Warcraft came out with this big scandal and he didn't report on it.
Yeah,
That's like all right, like
it's the
that's
same
when the
thing. Yeah,
yeah, and so but they're not Lego guys, like you know.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
That makes it. Yeah, that's true. So like who like because I guess I'm just sort of like ignorant to the Lego tubers in general. I know the one you mentioned like Beyond the Brick. Like who are the other like big names that you would say like should be talking about it? I don't know.
Well, like it's not even that they should
Or
be
not should, but
making
like it'd
content
be
like
nice if they
no making
addressed it.
content like Echo Base is doing. It's just like making comments, putting out how much like their
Yeah.
feelings towards this stuff. Like it doesn't even have to be explicit, but really putting it out there that like, hey, some crap happens, and
Yeah,
our
exactly.
community isn't perfect. And so like I think YouTubers like Emma Soros should speak out a little bit more. I get it; she's a brand new mom, and but she even did the whole. She's the one that created the little song that's famous in Bricks and Minifigs.
Hmm.
um, M&R Productions. He's had actual contact with Matt and Ammon on live streams during this debacle. So it's
Yeah.
like, hey, look, meeting, like, give a perspective every now and then. Like, when I met with these guys, this is how I felt. Whether it's and just be objective. Like, oh, I thought they were kind of cool, But with all this evidence, it's so hard because like maybe this is why I'm confused. Whatever it is, like give an opinion,
Yeah.
you know, and you don't have to like stop making your content. It's just like
It just draws
it
it draws
sucks.
the
It's
community to
weird.
look
Like
at it.
and like these are two, and that's fine. Like it's not they're not the one all end all be all, right? But it's just
Hmm.
it's like it's deafening. Like
Makes sense.
no Lego YouTubers that are like big want to talk about this because this is a huge sphere. It's massive. Like they go to the same conventions that Bricks and Minifigs go to. They some are competitors towards Bricks and Minifigs, and you're like, and you have YouTube channels that are much bigger than your average channels of like 300, 400, 500,000s that are making content on this stuff. You know, like
Hmm.
you have more than 500,000 subscribers. This is your entire life. You even been to Bricks and Minifigs more than 20 times because there's more than 30 videos of it on your channel from the past like 7 years. And now you don't want to say anything. Yeah, like
Yeah.
even speak good on the Bricks and Minifigs that you like
Yeah.
just
It's kind of like
you know.
inauthentic almost. That's what seems like would
Oh,
rub me the wrong way. What you're like explaining, it's like these people build this up as like this is my persona. I'm like part like me going to Bricks and Minifigs. This is a thing. Like
yeah,
this is a place I go to, and now something happens and it's like not a peep, and it's like, well, are
yeah,
you? Is
just
it more you or is it what you're crafting for people to see? You know
yeah,
what I mean? It's
like share
not.
your experience. Like tell me like
Yeah. Yeah.
are you still shopping in Bricks and Minifigs? Are you having fun? Like don't worry about the backlash. Just be honest. Like what's going on? Like how you feel about it. But awesome, Roast Investigate. MNR did an interview with the husband and wife lawyer that came out today. It's good. Awesome. Like
Nice.
that's something that's great. Like and I love eating crow. You know, if I point out and then someone's like, "Oh yeah, they already did that." Sweet. Great. And again, they could do it at whatever style they want to do it. But it and commend MNR for that. Awesome. It's just like maybe do a little bit sooner, you know? And I don't know. I think there's more benefit in just being honest on the internet than just, you know, staying quiet and waiting till it all plays out.
Mm.
Oh, it was MGS Bricks, not not MNR. Awesome. Yeah,
All
you're
good.
okay. You're okay. You're okay. Well, I guess I'm not eating crow. But yeah, like you see what I
All good.
mean? Like there's so
Yeah.
many Lego tubers, man. There's so
Yeah.
many.
At
But
least like the law tubers jump on it because it is very like law, but like there's a lot of just corruption and BS going on, and I think like
yeah, yeah.
I wish there was like a sect of like corrupt corporate YouTubers like that, like not like YouTubers that are from corrupt corporations, but like YouTubers that expose corrupt corporations. Like I wish there was like that type of YouTuber,
Well,
those
that's Reckless Ben, dude.
yeah, that's like
Like
that's dude,
his
I
friend
yeah.
Brandon investigates or something like that, or I think that's his.
Chris investigates things sometimes, is it?
No, it's man, I'm screwing this up.
Oh,
Um,
I know who you're talking about, Brandon, the guy that interviewed him. Yeah.
yeah. So
Um, yeah, that's but when when you're looking for that, it's like it's great to see like what Ben's done. Like I find it so like I honestly think like Ben is like he's like
Brand
so
Buckingham. That's
yeah,
what it
yeah,
is.
Brandon Buckingham.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Apparently yeah, but what Ben's doing is amazing. It's like I always kind of figured like, well, the government's really not going to like have our best interest in mind like most of the time. It's like I share a lot of the sentiments you say where it's like the system
Mhm.
has like failed the people. I think it's pretty obvious
Yeah.
to tell that like and I'm not like one side politics or the other. I think it for the most part it's all
Yeah.
kind of a scam. Um, but like I just think like it's great how like Ben is like being creative to like bring some justice because like if you want a job done right, do it yourself. Like if you want that type of mentality of like you know, if you're not gonna get, no one's gonna come and save you. It's like you got to save yourself in this world. So it's that like I believe that for sure. So it's kind of like he's going out there and trying to do some
Yeah.
good to
Yeah.
like help bring be like someone bringing justice. That's I think that's like the shit. Like I like respect that so much. Like I think and he's putting his like he's putting his own life on the line doing that. And they're trying to charge him and throw him in jail. It's like
Yeah,
wow.
it's what I always point out. Like, if he, how do you say, like, you might not agree with his tactics or how he goes about things or the way
Yeah,
he thinks or his personality, whatever it is, but you can't discount that he could have quit at any time, and he's doing this because he hates bullies. That
oh yeah,
overall, like, there's always going to be side factors that are going to be driving you, like money, maybe fame. That's just human nature. We get that. Like, you also need to make money, but
yeah.
overall, that encompasses all of that. Is like he's definitely doing this because he believes in good and believes that the good guy can win, and the little
Mhm.
guy, we can, if we all stand together against a bully, like the bully is going
Yeah,
to collapse, right? So
that's it. Yeah,
it's,
that's exactly it.
yeah, it's like I commend Ben a lot, and he is a nice guy. Like, we're not like friends. We're like we're hanging out. I don't know him to that level, but every conversation I've had with him has been pretty courteous conversation, super down to earth, exactly as you see him on screen.
Mm.
So, like, have you thought about doing something like that? Because like your style of videos, like, it feels like you have that ability, and you've been doing something similar. Like, you're really investigating all this. Yeah,
Yeah, I kind of want to like I mean, it'd be cool to like try to help do some similar things. Like I definitely would like to like do more stuff like that. Like do some things to like help people. Like I was saying in the beginning
yeah,
when we first started talking, it's like I wanted to have the channel be something like for good.
yeah. You know what you should do? You
What's
should get a
that?
hat that's like a Sherlock Holmes, like detective hat.
Both
Get
sides, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Get the trench coat,
Oh
and
yeah.
then like be investigating people and
And
like
then I could do
interviewing just
like
like
it
that.
turns like Inspector Gadget style where like, I start
Yeah,
spinning really fast and I just
and all
fly
of it's in,
off.
and all of it's in black and white. Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah.
That'd be sick.
It'd be
That'd be sick. I
entertaining,
might have to
man.
do a short about that. Yeah.
Oh, heck yeah, heck yeah. Like,
Hey, did you
so
see the? You saw that?
what?
Sorry, you saw that? I think I did. I send you that my bad, like the parody video of the the one that was like what was it? The Billie Jean, like no, not Billie Jean. Sorry, Eamon's Got a Gun. I sent you that one, right?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, yeah. I
Nice.
saw. I was like, damn. Like,
That's
AI is getting crazy, and that's actually one thing I pointed out. Like, do you think either somebody or has like an AI recording of
oh, dude, that wasn't even
utilizing?
AI. That was me.
No, 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 no. I was saying, like, I
Oh,
know.
okay, my bad.
I was saying, like, it reminded me of AI. Like it was one of the, so I follow a few different YouTubers that like have really popped off in the last few years,
Yeah.
and some people have been using AI, other YouTubers, to grow their channel by using their voice to give a review of their thoughts, but it's not the same guy, but it sounds exactly the same in some of the videos, but
Damn.
it's not the same guy. So like I was thinking, like, you think anybody might have utilized AI to imitate Ben's voice to say these threatening things or whatever? Because that'd be insane. Like,
I think
that's the
I've thought of
conspiracy theorist in me. Like,
no, no. I think it's like healthy to like kind of like consider possibilities. Like I think if you're not
yeah,
like trying to consider all options and you're just kind of waving things off, like oh well that's conspiracy. I don't need to consider that. Like you're really like said it. I don't know. I mean, I think you're. It's like well, what if it's not? Then you.
yeah,
But to your question, like I've thought a lot about who did the threats or who might have done the threats. It could have just been all BS. That's like one train of thought. It could have
yeah.
been. I'm pretty sure, like it's good, safe to say, it's definitely not Ben.
Oh
And
yeah,
then
for sure. Well, like
it could
the
have
one of the
been.
reasons I thought about that is because I don't know if you remember in the beginning, there was a, how would you put it? There was a fan of Ben's that was trying to help him get out of jail or whatever, and
Okay,
he didn't
yeah, it
really
could
go
have been a
about it the right
fan.
way. So it's like there could have been a fan of Bricks and Minifigs that was trying to help Bricks and Minifigs and do something nefarious because,
Yeah,
like,
like I
yeah.
thought it might have been Josh Johnson. He's
Oh,
calling
I
Eamon.
wouldn't like get nothing past that dude. Like, he will do whatever it takes for money, man. That
Yeah,
guy's disgusting. Yeah.
like he could have like called had someone call up Eamon and like threat like he could have been like oh we need Eamon to believe it so we're gonna call him and like say these threats and But
Mm.
the way that it went down too, like it was like right after Eamon's like, you guys need to leave right now. Like when Ben shows him all the proof, like, yeah, these are the sets, they're here. He's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
all right, you
because
guys
he
need to
he
leave. I'm
said
gonna
he
call the police.
did say that like all the threats were made there. Like,
Yeah, and then
yeah,
he goes in and you can see him on his own security camera. And first of all, the guy's like, you
yeah,
need
I
to leave
forgot
right now.
about
I'm
that.
going to call
Yeah,
the police. And then Ben leaves and he still calls the police. It's like, well, you just told him if he leaves, you're not going to call the police, basically. And now you're on the police saying that he was threatening you, which is so you've lied
mm.
twice there. Because, you lied to Ben saying he needs to leave, you're going to call. Then you call anyway. And then you just
Yeah,
tell
yeah.
them lies about Ben. So, based on how that played out, it doesn't seem like Eamon was talking to someone that had been threatening him at another point in
Mm-hmm.
time, because he tries to,
Mm.
it just seems like he made it up on the spot. Because if someone did call with threats, I don't picture him outside of his office like, tell me these sets. How are these sets yours? I picture him being like, you've threatened me. You need to leave. Go. If he
Yeah,
heard threats from anyone, he's not going to be like, let's have a discussion about this. He's going to be like, this is becoming an issue. You need to go. Like that. But he's got this ego thing. So I think he likes to kind of stand against people and do the confrontation. He likes to be like, oh, that's not our, oh, we've talked to our lawyers. Because they were sort of like, I don't know if you kind of read into the dialogue of how that conversation went. There's kind of like two conversations happening. Like Eamon is sort of referencing this discussion that he had with his lawyers about like, well, whose Legos are they? Because remember how he talks about that? He's like, well,
yeah,
let me ask, well, whose Legos are they? Because he has this answer in his mind where it's like, oh, well, they're actually my Legos because this little legal thing. I don't know if like supposedly there's like some piece of paper that Brian should have like had filed on record like early on.
mm-hmm.
Like one of the law tubers like did a post about this like really way early on, like when part 2 was dropping. Um, anyway, it was like there's like $20 like piece of paper that you need to file if you're doing a consignment. Where like in this certain scenario, if like a store is taken over, it's like on record. There's this filing that like, yeah, it's
Yeah,
public record. These are my items. So now what what I'm thinking happened is Eamon like talked to his lawyer and they're like, oh, well, they didn't have this Form 20C, so we can screw
yeah.
this guy over good. And then we don't
So
have to worry about it.
have you been investigating like Brandon Best and Josh Johnson? Because I feel like nobody's really digging into them as much
Yeah,
attention as
like
they're giving to other people. Like,
I've been looking into like the timeline of like what happened there. And I do have like
yeah,
I have a lot of leads I can tell you about, like that I like dug up and like waiting, like because a lot of things like turn up dead ends and like a lot of things are continue being pending. And it's like but yeah, like I did one stream about finding the locksmith.
yeah,
And yeah, there is still like hope there. I don't know if he stole stuff that night. It kind of seems like he might have, because he has a U-Haul there that night. um but there's this like, I also tried to reach out to like Ben and Crystal and like ask them like, hey, like what was the deal with like your Ring cameras? Like were the ones inside
mhm,
disabled that night, or were they disabled later? And I got a
yeah.
response back from Ben saying that like they lost some footage, like they had it backed up. And it was like, well, that didn't really answer the question. I'm still not sure if like, do they have footage from that night like until Brandon left, or is it
Mhm.
because the idea is like if you can track down the locksmith, then you can have a witness that was there that night. And
Yeah, yeah,
Brandon's there like an hour and a half after Crystal leaves,
yeah. Because
taking a
there's
video.
a lot of people don't know, but there's a camera angle. So like, if the door is here, right? Like where this is where you enter the door, right? There's
Mm.
a camera angle that's pointing straight to the door, but to the parking lot, so you'll be able to see everybody and where the
Coming and
U-Haul
going.
is. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
like 8 different camera angles. What's up, Crystal? She is here in the chat, man. I missed
What's
any
up, Chris?
messages from you, but I can answer those questions. Oh, she's
No, yeah, I was
muted
just
me.
wondering, did Brandon take the cameras down that night? Because I know he took like the cameras down eventually, and then he missed one in the back. Because I was trying to get in touch with the locksmith to see if there's actually a witness there that night that
Okay.
stole like that a witness to theft that night. The idea is like if you can prove that Brandon is taking Legos out of the store that night, it becomes an aggravated theft one. Like he has intent, it's malicious intent, like that's
Mm,
a crime. Like it's because it's like obviously you didn't do the inventory. Why are you removing stuff out that night? so it becomes a crime if you can prove that he's taking things out that
Yeah.
night. That's why I've been trying to like track down the locksmith, and I know which company he hired,
Yeah.
but it's one of these companies that they just like they they basically like just farm out the job to people. So I'm like trying to get in touch with like the person that they contracted.
I gotcha.
The one camera that
Um,
stayed up was the one that caught. Yeah, that was
yeah,
really
that
okay.
view is really limited and really only showed the
So,
cameras.
but did he take
Damn.
all the cameras down that night though? Because that's the
Yeah,
one
she
thing I'm
said
still
like as
not
soon
sure
as they
about.
left, start taking down the cameras. I
Oh
want to
shit!
know is Crystal, do you know if
Brandon
any of
pulled
your
down all
neighbors
but one camera.
yeah.
Wow,
Crystal,
that's
do
what I
you know if
suspected.
any of your neighbors have cameras that were pointing outwards to where the U-Haul would be? And if they were ever able to offer you any footage? Camera that would have caught him moving anything were unplugged right
That's
after we left.
crazy.
Ho ho ho! But
Yeah,
that's where it's
that's crazy.
sketchy. It's like,
That
man,
is sketchy. That's
Brandon took
super
down all
sketchy.
the cameras,
Yeah, why
every
did you
single
take
one of
those
them.
down, Brandon? Why
Yeah,
don't you
yeah,
just instead of doing the inventory that you're supposed to do, you're removing evidence of what's going to happen? Like well, that's super
yeah.
sketch. Yeah, and
Like, man,
we have like one of the people like doing a lot of digging in the case. Like this person like they don't want to be
mm,
like public, but she found like a ton of like footage of like his trailer in like it was like she found the trailer at I think it's Joshua Johnson's house. We have like pictures like dated pictures from Google of like when the trailer was there and then when it left. So we're trying to like track the trailer too because it's um, hard to say like what happened with all the things like that they took out. I know I suspect they stored them somewhere briefly.
yeah.
I mean, actually, no. I think they brought him there that night. That another guy I was trying to get in touch with was the guy from CoffeeZilla's video. Like some people think they stored them there. Some people think like, or I mean, sorry, some people think they put them in like a storage unit. Some people think they put them in the trailer. I personally think they brought him to Eugene that night because the timeline is just like,
Well, we remember we also uh some employee
yeah,
said
that's the
that
guy I
like
was getting towards. Yeah, he talked
yeah,
about showing up that night,
yeah.
and I wanted to get in touch with him because I don't know if you have it, if you're able to get in touch with him, Chris, but like he had said he was working 4 hours. So this is something I've said like 2 times. Like CoffeeZilla, like I'm glad he like shined a spotlight on it and did and dug into it. I just think
Yeah.
like I'd like to kind of ask that witness that he talked to what the 4 hours was really in reference to because Coffee kind of
Mhm.
chalked it up to like 4 hours unloading a U-Haul. I personally think there was maybe miscommunication there because if you look at the timeline of the Eugene store, the store closes at 7. Now, if the guy spent 4 hours after 7 o'clock, he's leaving at around 11 o'clock, 7 to 11.
Yeah.
So I think it's like he spent 4 hours prepping, getting ready, and then leaving after he unloaded it and Brandon's gone, Brandon's there in your store, Chris, from 8 when he kicks you out till 9, like 45, an hour and 45 minutes or so, like an hour and a half. It's only an hour and 15-minute drive to go up to the Eugene location. So if you leave at 9:44, thanks. All
199.
right,
But did
hold
you
on,
catch his stream the other day where he had that giant tumor on his head?
dude. This is a
His
new
hat. It
hat.
was to compete against you.
I gotta. I'm busting a new one for you,
Yeah.
Sheldon.
Uh,
Boom.
Crystal. Oh, nice. The red one. Yeah, just for the
The
last
red one.
relic right here. But Crystal, let me ask you this: did anybody ask anybody if anybody had like dash cams? Um, because there was other
Yeah.
cars in the parking lot. Like, if something was happening, or maybe another owner was in one of their locations and the car was out, like maybe their dash cam was picking up something. And, like one crappy thing about the U.S. is that there's not a lot of people with dash cams. Like nobody really has a dash cam anymore, or at all. Like is like I think in the UK it's required, right? Like to have a dash cam.
I got one in
Yeah.
the van because
Hey, well, that's your
yeah
house.
you got yeah yeah but yeah the so the I don't know. Like I just can't I can't get over this part because it's like it lines up so well. The evidence lines up so well where it's like the guy removes the cameras that night, so he doesn't want what he's going to do to be seen. And then he's in the store for an hour and 45 minutes doing something with a locksmith there that we know.
This
You
is for
know,
you,
because
Maddie.
there is even a picture of the locksmith like in the reflect in like you can see in one of the CoffeeZilla's files. So we know a locksmith was there. We know there was a witness. The guy leaves after an hour and 45 minutes in Chris's store at 9:44, takes an hour and 15-minute drive to Eugene. So he should be landing at like 11. Eamon's own testimony on Coffee's video says he was only going to get a little bit of sleep because he had to wake up the next day. So, you know, you or me or whoever, if you're only getting a little bit of sleep, why are you going to wait around? If you leave at 9:44, hour and 15-minute drives, you land at 11. Why aren't you dropping your U-Haul off at 11? Because he doesn't drop.
Well, I'll tell you what. Well,
but
I'll tell you something right after this. I don't have. So Chris Gorman says I don't have that information for that employee because it's Eugene. But if you reach out again, I can pass your info on to CoffeeZilla and he might be able to help. Word. So just reach out to Crystal. I'll tell you this: the entire time he was there, he slept at my store.
Really? But he has family down there, right?
But I think they're further out. They're like 45 an hour away.
Was he hitting the gym for like a shower or something, or what's going on with him?
I don't know. He would leave. Like I don't.
How many days was he sleeping at the store?
He was like there 4 or 5 days, like almost a week. Bought a sleeping bag. We had a couch at the store.
No, I think like that's crazy. But dude, like the main point is like the guy, he could have arrived at Eugene at 11 and then he didn't drop the U-Haul off until 12:45 or something like that. So it's sort of like, it's very convenient how he has an hour and a half alone at Crystal's store after she leaves. And then there's an hour and a half unaccounted for in the time that it would take him to leave her store and drop off the U-Haul.
Because it's
like a 3-hour window.
Maddie, have you like looked into this or something? Maybe a little. Maybe he dabbled.
A little bit.
Maybe he dabbled.
I was like, just like, yeah. You know, I was like, we watch a lot of like I watched Monk growing up, Adrian Monk, you know. And you ever watch Monk?
You're just obsessive freak.
Yeah, I don't do this thing, but I'm big into like mystery movies and stuff. Like my family, we're all into like watching. My dad's he's insane. He watches like mysteries all the time, and this is like, it's crazy. It's like a real life mystery that you can literally like, you can call people up, you can find leads and stuff, and like you can I just figure like, if I can find a locksmith and prove that Brandon Best is guilty of aggravated theft 1, then maybe he'll play ball about, you know, bringing Eamon to justice, taking down the whole. Because we need to turn one of these guys, like, and maybe Josh Johnson doesn't know about what happened. I would say
Josh and Brandon would probably turn on him, but not because they're doing it out of the pureness of their heart. They probably have
to get them to save their own skin.
You shouldn't trust these guys at all. None of them. You shouldn't try to turn any of these guys. They all got to go down, man. Yeah. Because I can guarantee you, they're trying to turn some people. You know, and I warned so many people. Anybody like RecklessBen and his friends, they all need to be careful of who like cozies up to him, right? They're like, hey, I'm here to help or whatever.
Right.
Or sometimes, unfortunately, this happens. You know, if a friend of yours is struggling financially and they see you have fame and you start growing and you might get a little bit of money here and there, they might stab you in the back. They might have become a turncoat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, like watch The Godfather, bro. Like, you know,
I know, dude. Like, that's why I like what you said.
Be careful. Yeah.
I don't know. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off, but it's like you said, like I heard when you described like what the last relic means, and it's like dude, like when I was like just researching your story, like early on, I was like, this is such bullshit. Like this guy's getting screwed, and he's like, you know, because like you said, like last relic, it's about like being like a genuine person, like sticking to your morals, like not being this kind of like flyby. Like you talk about the Lego tubers, like, you know, you build this persona of like, yeah, this is me. I'm a Lego person. Bricks and Minifigs is part of my thing. But then when it doesn't suit you, now it's not part of your thing anymore. You don't want to talk about it. It's like that's when you describe what the last relic means, to me it meant like a stand-up person, like someone that stands by the ethics and the morals or something. Like, I don't know if I'm getting it wrong, but like I think
No, yeah,
you
yeah,
referenced it as like it's sort of like
relic. Yeah, like the last relic. I thought about that name. Mainly it was for like entertainment of like, a good movie of a writer that knows what they're doing and has good morals is a thing of the past. It's a relic,
yeah, like something that
you
doesn't
know.
come around, something that
And
isn't around anymore, or
and
like
also like for me, like in terms of me being called the last relic is like I never lower my standard for nobody.
yeah,
Like I'm not gonna be fake. I don't care if you're rich. I don't care if you're famous.
yeah,
I'm gonna treat you the same across the board.
yeah,
As long as you're a good person like that, I want to hang out with you. I will still treat you with a level of respect, not because you deserve it, but because you're a human being when I come across you. But
mm,
but like, I am gonna determine if we're like, hey, we're gonna be bros and we're gonna, have fun and chill and everything. Like I would love to hang out with people and I like to meet people face to face. But like, yeah, the whole last relic is you know, you're gonna have to stick out. You're gonna be the last of your kind when you make a certain decision. When you and you're gonna
yeah.
have like an old time of thinking of like, yeah, I'm gonna be an honest person. I'm gonna treat people how I want to be treated, and that is a thing of the past that people don't really follow.
Yeah,
You
that's
know.
why it's like that's what it made me think of that when you were talking about like, oh, the RecklessBen crew and those people, like they got to be
Yeah.
careful because like you never know, like nowadays, like if someone comes around, like I'm not saying like there's anything they have to be worried about now. I'm just saying like it's like you said, like you can't really, these guys Josh and Brandon and
Yeah.
like Eamon, you thought they were you thought Eamon's your buddy, you thought Matt's your buddy. It's like you can't really be so sure about people nowadays, like, which is
You
sad.
can't.
Like I think it's sad, like that you have to be like we're on guard, because of like bad apples or whatever. Bad apple spoils the bunch, and now everyone's got to be on guard. And that's why there should be some justice, because I feel like people need to be like, I don't know. Like I lost a lot of faith in the whole like system of like, is the system really going to take care of us, or do we need to like make sure like justice happens?
Yeah.
It's like,
I never thought like, okay, like here's just so you guys, I don't. I point out things that's like going on in cinema or like maybe, but an idea or I'll say something, but I don't really give my full opinion.
mm,
Whether like, I make a comment of like, oh, like there was the Queer Eye set, like that's an adult Lego, and then people, I either get people like, oh yeah, that is an adult set, I didn't think of that, or I get people, you're a homophobe. I'm like, I just said it's adult, and I used the word queer, and I said that's gay, and like I didn't say any negative or positive. I'm just like, that is this, and then Lego stated this. That's it. So, stuff like that, right? But a
mm.
little glimpse into my way of thinking is like, man, I had a train of thought of like, what were like, repeat again what you were saying right before. Yeah.
Like losing faith in like, is the system really going to take care
Okay,
of
yeah.
us,
So
or
I never believed that the system should take care of you.
no? Yeah, I
Like,
don't
no,
either.
no,
I
no,
think it's
like,
like, yeah,
yeah. Well, I'm just giving you kind of an insight. Like, I never believed that like where anybody's entitled to anything, but if you're a good person, then you should be aware that you're kind of rare, and that you should
yeah,
try to find other good people and not really like believe that anything can be handed to you or that
no,
you're
for
going
sure.
to be taken
I
care
think
of by anybody or anything.
my
So
bad.
like
Yeah, I
yeah, I never really believed in the system in the first place. I
I
believed
don't
that
believe in
like,
the system.
yeah.
Like I don't believe like that. Like I think I might have misrepresented what I was saying. Like I don't think like the system should take care of us in the sense of like make my life easy, like give me everything I need, like that type of like take like the sort of like things people talk about where it's like, oh, people take advantage of the system or whatever. What I'm talking about is like the
Yeah.
system should hold up. The Constitution is like the biggest thing. Like I believe in like, oh, if the system is taking care of us, that means they are like protecting our rights. And when you see like some the crap that happened to Ben, it's like they're clearly not protecting his like constitutional rights. Like if they they arrest him without cause or whatever.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I could give you like more of an idea of how I treat the system. So, I'm from Brazil, and corruption's very out in the open there, very out in the open. But I was also raised here. But like, I love studying, and
mhm.
I love to like just talk to people. Like, just I'm a curious guy.
Yeah,
And growing up, I always understood that like if the system can make you fear them instead of the system be in fear of the people, then the system has won. So like if you take in terms of the government, like I think the government has done a really good job since the 60s of making the American people fear the government so that the people think that they can't stand up to the government. They'll
right.
talk,
Yeah,
but when it
yeah,
comes time to like it's kind of like that thing. Like there's gonna be a point where there's gonna be someone's gonna hit you in the face, and are you gonna cower down and cry, or are you gonna hit them back? You know, so it's kind of like that thing. Like, oh, you don't believe that the IRS is doing something like nefarious, and you might be a casualty of war, but or a martyr or whatever. But if everybody gets together and realizes that, like, no, we have power together to make sure
yeah,
that they're doing right by this, by that, whatever you want to believe, like, and a good sign of corruption is making sure that the people are separated by
yeah.
a
Exactly.
belief system,
It's crazy.
by a ideology.
By red and
So
blue, by like,
no,
oh,
yeah.
you
So
said
the so the
you
the
like
U.S. has
this,
been
that means that.
like a lot of people, like for instance, like they can't even talk about abortion, or like they deem either side evil, right? Regardless of what you believe, right?
Mm,
Because one is going off their personal logic, the one is going off this is immoral, and so then it's two arguments that can't match because they're not arguing about the same thing, whether something is moral or logical, right?
yeah,
And then they don't dissect of like this might be a tax issue, not a actually moral issue. It might also be a moral issue along with the tax issue, along with the logistics issue. And so then when you have these contentious arguments, it's going to distract from how you can actually go and be an asset against the government to, and that's not a bad thing towards the government. It's against the government to have a pushback. Like it's the same reason why we have lawyers that defend criminals is because their whole point is to test the system, to make sure that the other lawyer is on top of their game and prove that this person should be in jail. And
mm,
then that's how laws are actually written in the criminal system, is when they see like these criminals winning because they're being defended, and then they were defended well, and the other side couldn't prove them to put them in jail. So like that's one of the ways that the legal system is consistently rewritten to make sure that they find and go against the bad guys, right? And in Brazil, you saw that in Taiwan, you saw that in China, you definitely saw that years and years ago. The UK, you saw that like in the 80s, that everything that was happening now was happening in the 80s over there, where they've kind of gone off the deep end, where like nobody feels like they could really do anything. Like
yeah.
yeah, where like speech is starting to get regulated. And I'm not trying to get into politics or anything like that, but
No, I know.
I
Yeah,
point those issues out because it's like they're very good at dividing the bad guys, the government, whatever it is. They're very good at dividing you and making sure that you don't really have anywhere to stand on. That you always question who's next to you and who's going to be on your side versus who's not on your side. Like I always point out, like I felt safer in Brazil than I did here, because in Brazil, like I see a thug and I know they're a thug because of the way they're dressed. Here, like a thug could be a man in a business suit.
hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
or like
But
if
that's
somebody has,
what
yeah,
gets.
yeah,
Yeah. No, sorry, I know exactly what you're saying. It's a whole different level of criminals here, and like that's what I was gonna say is like what gets me the most is you talked about how like the system, like in theory, it's supposed to be like, okay, well, people go to court if you got away with a crime because you had a good lawyer that gives the system feedback to say like, hey, well, let's change the system and make sure that
yeah,
doesn't happen again. But reality, what I've been seeing happening is that like the criminals are the ones changing like the system to be able to get away with crimes, like financial crimes or whatever.
yeah,
Like, you see with the big, like the banks got bailed out, and it's like, okay, so we get to pay that bill as a taxpayer, But like the
Mm.
bank's in the business of lending money to people, and then when like if I default on my mortgage, I don't get bailed out. So
Yeah, yeah.
when are we going to get our loan back for the bailout that we gave
Or
them? You know,
like like and I'll point this Rose, I see your last two comments. I know it's a constitutional right and that's why you have it. That's the legal term of why you have it, but there's the other purposes of why you have something. So that's what I'm pointing out. I'm not pointing out like this is what it says blah 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 blah. I get the amendment, the constitutions, all that stuff. But we talk about movies, the movie industry, right? You saw me in the last stream talking about movies and cartoons and Marvel and all that stuff. So like when COVID was happening, they
yeah,
built
your
like the
mic just
government.
got super loud. By the way, you got like really close to your
Oh,
mic, so
okay.
you're
Is that
still.
is that better? Is that better?
I think you might. I think when you moved
Here.
it up, you might have turned the. You might have turned the knob, like the volume on the
All right.
mic. You
How's
might have
that?
turned.
How's that? I turned the gain down. Is that
That's
better?
pretty better. Yeah, that's
All
better.
right. So, in the previous stream, I was on the Average Boys podcast. We were talking about Marvel. We were talking about Spider-Man, how that movie sucks, whatever. During COVID, the movies got a bailout. Why did the Why did the movies get a
The
bailout? Like,
mom and pops didn't get a bailout.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
the movie theaters should be shut down because they weren't making money. Like, why did the big companies, Target, whatever, they got,
Well, that's what I'm
you
saying.
know,
It's like now it's
eh,
like now that's like it's all it's all
yeah,
it's all the Guanxi helping each other out and the little
exactly.
guys. And that's the bigger issue that I think is like has to be taken on. It's like there are people that are making the rules. Like I don't know if you saw the Andrew Callahan stuff come out. How like Andrew Callahan is like Channel 5 news guy. He was getting sued
Oh
by
yeah, yeah.
Bill Joyner. Like literally, like there's the anti-slap thing. Like he went after anti-slap, and it got dismissed at the first like circuit. So he went to appeal it, and literally, like the law, while he was in the appeals process, the law literally changed during the time he's trying to go for an appeal that you can't appeal
Also, he
slap.
couldn't appeal.
Yeah. So it's
Yeah.
like, okay,
Okay.
so if you go after someone powerful enough, I'm not saying Bill Joyner was the one that got the law changed, but it's awfully suspicious. So I suspect he did. Like, I'm just going to, in my opinion, he went to his buddies and said, I don't want this. I don't want this to happen. And they said, well, let's just write the law so it won't. You can't appeal that anymore. Like,
Mhm.
I believe that type of stuff happens. I mean,
Yeah.
people might say it's crazy, but I think like most people have woken up to the fact that like the laws are written to help a certain group of people that have power, and it's supposed to be rules for thee, not for me.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's the thing I hate the most. Like I don't like that shit.
Well,
Like
that's also one of the reasons I saw this story, and like Crystal, like she's such a lovely person, like, and I was like, oh, I wasn't the only one that this
yeah,
happened to, and I was like, what can I do? What can I do? Right?
yeah,
And I was like, I don't think I could do anything because nobody wants to hear my story. And it wasn't until I contacted RecklessBen, I'm like, okay, at least I can tell you. I'm gonna keep getting on YouTube every now and then, hanging out, whatever I do, but I'm
yeah,
gonna tell you like this is how these people operate. And then Echo Based Network, I just commented on the comments. Nick saw it and like, come on our channel and let me vet through some stuff. Let me like, we want to hear your story out, right? And I got on there and we hit it off, but I told him my full story, and I was like, okay, I can talk, I can I can tell people on their channel. So like,
yeah,
if anybody invites me out, I'll definitely go on the channel. Like, I've been more on a ton of people's channels, like the True Crime and Wine um show. I forget if that's what their the full name. Super lovely ladies, and like if people contact me, like I see what kind of people they are. There's only been one person that tried to like do a gotcha, which I could tell you after the stream, and I'm like I shut them down as quickly as possible. So like I'm a little more careful now, but I'm okay talking to anybody,
yeah,
right? And I was like, okay, I it's not that like I get other people's information and then I blur it out, but I feel like in a way I can help people kind of relieve some stress because even Crystal the other day she was like, I'm jealous that you can speak up, while I have to like be quiet and
yeah,
lost. I'm like,
dude. It's
you
it's
shouldn't be jealous.
crazy.
Just go out and win, and I'll like I'm working on a few things that I hope can help with like the list of corporate stores and store owners that are on the side of BAM, and I want to just put that out there. And like the first one that's for sure on the side of BAM is the Kalamazoo, Michigan
Mm.
location, so they can, you know, do what you will with that
Yeah.
information. Don't harass, don't attack. Just know that they love Admin and Matt and whatever else is going on in corporate. They're not against it from at least from this day that I know. But yeah,
Yeah. Well, I just appreciate you for speaking out about what happened too, because I know, like, just from the people I've like, talked to, like, reaching out to the FDDs, like, I know there's a lot of people that like aren't able to speak out and they can't,
yeah,
I left like so many people voicemails. Like one guy got back to me, like a couple people picked up the phone, like, um, but yeah, I mean, I'm still trying to reach out to more, but I have like a few contacts that hopefully, like I said, we'll do the interview soon and they can share their stories because they're not bound by any sort of NDAs or whatever. But I'm afraid for them. Like if they share their stories,
gotcha.
they're still gonna get attacked. So I want to just make sure, and I don't think they're afraid of that. I just think it's like I think people are just kind of wanting a chance to say like, hey, there's a wrong that's happening, and plus this interview, it's not supposed to be like drag Bam through the mud. Really, it's more supposed to be like, what's the franchise supposed to be like what were you thinking going into it?
Yeah.
Uh, but like on that point, do you think were there any questions that you think I should ask these people like during the interview? Like,
I think it's really important to see if you can get how they feel about everything and what they predict the
yeah,
future of their company is going to be like of their particular store, or if they don't have a store, like what are they worried about? Just as in a personal level, because I feel what's getting away a lot from the story is understanding that these are real people that have gone through all this damage. Like some people just see like, oh yeah, like Crystal had her store taken away, and this is the story. It's like, wait. Get to know Crystal, like see her character.
yeah,
Like it's not just more impactful story. It's like, Reckless Ben, like, oh, he's not stressed out. I guarantee, like he look at him, he lost a ton of weight. He's skinnier than before. Like he got sick. All of it, like it's stress that this happens. It doesn't matter how positive of a person you are. You don't
mm,
know what's going on in somebody's head. And so I think interviews with anybody, there needs to be a connection of a human level for you and the audience and whatever it is you're gonna do. So
yeah,
I don't have any specifics. I think just in a matter of understanding, like I think when you ask questions on a personal level, it brings out if they're really scared of something, if they're really like worried about things, or they could connect better with the audience. It's one of also the reasons I love live streamings, because
mm,
even if I screw up and people call me out, like it's real. Like they
yeah.
know my personality, they'll know your personality.
That
Yeah.
makes sense. Yeah. Um, no, I'm definitely gonna ask them like, and I think when you were saying like, what would they like to be like the what's their ideal future out of this? Like one of the guys that I've been talking to was basically saying like he wants to kind of like restore the spirit of the brand. Like
Hmm.
he was basically saying like it was supposed to be something so like great and like kind of pure and
It is, yeah. It was supposed to.
like yeah. I mean, what was he saying? I'm trying. There's a bunch of notes I have here that
Yeah.
I was like looking
That,
at, but he was basically saying like,
yeah.
yeah, he wanted it to be like he wants it to get back to what it was supposed to be, and not
Yeah.
this like money grubbing, like screwing people over,
Oh
like
yeah.
greedy, like kind of yeah, the BS. I mean, I like, and I don't know. I guess there's just a lot of that. It's just human nature is like they're maybe just people want to
Hmm.
take from others, and it's like the law of the jungle or that type of shit. But
Yeah.
I'd like to believe that good will prevail.
Yeah,
That's what I'd
like
like to believe.
here, I'll read this, and I actually want to touch on about good prevailing and everything. But
Nice.
Mad Marine came in with a 9.99. There's a camera on the rehab building next door that is pointing into the store's parking lot. It's on the back entrance, looking down on the handicap ramp. Google Maps. So I don't know if Crystal's still with us, but
That's
that would
good.
be more for her. Sorry if I didn't get to it beforehand. But
No,
thank you, Mad
that's
Marine. And yeah, like you have this kind of internal battle of believing in people, right? that
Yeah.
you've seen somebody do something insane. Like let's point out the McNeffs. How many people in chat would be like let's say they lose, pay all the people back, and then like 5, 10 years from now they turn their life around, but nobody knows, and then you meet these people in person, and you tell them off whatever it is, like, but they tell you like, I turn my life around, and you kind of see something in their eyes. Would you truly believe it? You know what I mean? Like they've done so much. When is it like the point of no return? Because this isn't all. This is not a like you know a Hitler situation. This is like these people are doing nefarious things. They're obviously lost. They're doing some bull crap. What is like? I
Yeah.
just want to know. Like people like share your thoughts because they're still at the end of the day human beings. Human beings you should not trust. But I don't want to like see their like them catch on fire or anything like that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's like I also don't want like the other outcome that I want. I don't want them to ever do this to anybody ever again after Ben and Crystal and all them
Yeah.
win,
Yeah. That's
because
for sure.
it's not like just about locking them up and being like you'll never do this to anybody again. It's like I hope you change as a human being to never do this again and realize like your mistakes. I'm never gonna trust you. Most people are never gonna trust you. But whatever it is, you need to like. I hope you freaking stop. You know. So
Yeah.
it's like and I think a lot of people like just asking that question. Like I know I'll get some hate later on, being like, "Oh, look, he's trying to uh like still think good about these people." No, it's just
Well, I
it.
mean, if you're not getting
People,
hate, you're not doing something right.
yeah, people. I think
People are
people
good.
just need to.
People will be upset about
Yeah.
anything, but it's not like
Uh,
I don't know. I mean, it's also maybe like different people's perspectives of what they're thinking at the time. Like maybe they're thinking, "Oh, this is unforgivable." I can understand it. I mean, for me, like for to answer your question, I guess like if it seems
Sorry,
like
Rose just said prison's fine. Catching in fire is unnecessary. It was just good.
if he like went to jail for a little bit, like a scared straight thing, like that'd be awesome. I don't think he should like rot in jail and like send him to jail for a month, like get him a scare, like
No,
no
like
no
if
like
it no if
no
I don't
weird
think it's about
stuff.
getting
But
scared. I'm like if they truly deserve to be in jail, put them in jail. Put them in
yeah,
prison.
yeah,
What
that's the thing. It's
like
like
they need to just that's what justice is. Justice is you get what you deserve. That's what the true
yeah, that's
meaning
why
of
I said
justice, right?
I believe like the divine justice
Yeah.
in this case would be that they get financially ruined and then their money goes back to the people they've wronged. Like I believe
Yeah.
that would be like the karmic divine justice in all sense of
Mhm.
like what you give is what you get. Like
Yeah.
so um if Eamon was in front of me 10 years from now and was like, oh, I turned it around, I did that, I'd be like, yeah, I'm happy for you. I hope you find like some peace. I hope the people that you hurt have been made whole and that you've made amends with them. Because at the end of the day, like I mean, I don't really want to go into like the spiritual side of like how I believe things like will be, but I do think that like this like rift that has been created between like you and Eamon and Josh and Brandon, like that's just going to continue on until like somehow it's like, amended or whatever. Like there will be like a rift in
Yeah.
in space and
Like
time,
I don't
all
think
that
they
stuff.
could ever amend what they did to me or anybody, because it's like what an irreparable damage is like money's not gonna fix all this. Like
No, I
it's
know.
kind of like losing time in prison. Like no matter how much money what you get after, like you still lost all that time with your loved ones, with whatever it was. So it's like I still went through what I went
Well,
through. Crystal still
yeah,
went through what she went through. Ben, and it's
but
like I won't
check
I
this.
won't attack in public if I see them in public after all this is done.
Yeah, you can like
Like
cuss them out or whatever
no,
for
no, I'm
sure.
not. I'm not gonna curse
No,
them
I
out
know.
or anything
I
like
know
that.
you
I'm just
probably
gonna
won't.
be
I know you
like,
don't.
no, no. I'll be like, if they come talk to me, I'm like, all right, what do you want? And I'll be like, okay, goodbye. And that's kind of it.
Dude,
Like
the fact
yeah,
that you still would be like that, like as like some of the people I talk to, it's like you can tell like when you start talking about these particular people like Eamon and like it's like you can tell like they are not like they can't like the emotions are starting to go like off the rails, like
mm,
they get it, like they are becoming enraged by the fact. So if you just saw them and kept your cool like that, that's it shows a lot about like that your spirit is very strong for sure. But
Well, I think it's also like a discipline because like I train.
yeah,
I
yeah,
exercise. I also train in jujitsu, and like it's number one thing is about controlling your emotions.
yeah,
And I think like I did get criticized a lot of that before because a lot of people didn't understand like how calm I was. Like I don't know if your story's believable because you're so calm about it, or you're like
right, yeah.
yeah. And I'm like
I
yeah,
know. Yeah,
I'm calm because if I blow up, like what does that doesn't do any good for nobody. I was pissed at one day, and I think it was building up a little bit, but like I understand that my life, like the most important people is my wife and my kids. Like why would I want
yeah.
to
You
yell
gotta
at
keep
somebody,
make
cause
sure that they.
trouble to and then like end up in jail for something stupid? Like
Yeah,
they're
exactly.
they got to live with themselves. I get to live with myself, and I'm happy about that. You know.
Yeah. What I was saying is like the way that they could, like, I mean, theoretically and like talking like in like a metaphysical sense, like if the way that they
Mm.
could like repair the damage, it's like imagine they like someone else in the story of what happened to you, like they did like the opposite act of what Eamon had done, like the guy that he like the property manager that was like, all right, don't worry about it, we'll call it square, like clean up the store. Like
Mm.
that's the type of act that they would need to do to be like, hey, you're in deep shit. Like, I'm gonna make this right for you because it's the
Like
right thing to do.
the
That's the type of
only
thing. Yeah,
funny enough, the only way I see any if they were somehow became friends with Reckless Ben after all this, that would be interesting. You know,
yeah,
like that's the only way I see if like people are like, wait a minute, like maybe these guys did turn themselves around. I again,
yeah.
I
That
I
might be one
can
of
I
their only
can't.
ways out,
Well,
like
like I
clean.
can't ever
Honest.
give myself to believe that they'll do any of this stuff because I don't believe that they think that they've done anything wrong.
You
I
know
think
what the
they fully
craziest thing
believe
is?
that they did everything. They believe that they've done everything right. So like I try to
Yeah,
I here's how I think of it. I'm like you can repent and stuff and you'll be forgiven by me after this life when you're gone, or I'll forgive you, but from far away. I don't ever want to see you. I don't ever want to connect with you. I don't
yeah,
ever want to trust you ever again. So if you claim to be honest now, good for you. That's between you and God. It ain't got nothing to do with me. But if you're
yeah,
trying
yeah,
to like the only way I'll even give them a glimmer of respect if they got in the ring with me, full MMA, no gear, we're just gloves and that's it. Then I'll give you some ounce of respect, but that's it. You don't deserve my respect ever. So
no,
like
I'm not
I
saying
can
like this. Yeah,
anybody that will get in the ring with another person and is willing to throw down, there's a level of respect that needs to be given because you're essentially like risking your life to perform these acts.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't. I mean, I'm not advocating for like, oh, we should all like, just
Fight.
no, no. I mean that's better than what I was gonna say. But I was gonna
Yeah.
say like, oh, I'm not advocating for the whole like let's all like hug and make up type of thing. I'm just more
Yeah.
saying like, if they, I was just sort of speculating on like how could they try to like go down the right path. I think it starts with the chicken dance, to be honest, and then I think
100%.
it starts with like trying to actually befriend Reckless Ben, probably do some things like charitable things for some
Like Mr.
communities.
Quacks a lot, hire them to do hire Ben to do the PR.
Yeah,
Like
no,
that
I
would be
think that's
actually
actually a
interesting.
smart
Can
ass idea. Like,
does Ben have the ability to turn around Bricks and Minifigs PR? Does
I
he
think
have
he
that
does.
ability?
Yeah, I
Well,
think he
how
does.
I want to know how many people will go against Ben if like after this is all over he turns around Bricks and Minifigs PR.
Dude, like he's like I think he's a very tenacious
Yeah.
like person. Like he are you putting a poll
Yeah.
out for the how many people go get?
What?
Yeah, I thought you were generating a poll for the like how many
No,
people would.
no.
Okay, no, I was just gonna say Ben's super tenacious. I think like he's the type of guy that like will continue to try to like find a way and like be creative. And I honestly think like
Mhm.
people probably consider it as a joke, but I think he's like literally saying like the way he thinks Bricks and Minifigs could help themselves out of this situation And like
Hmm.
I think he's pretty spot on. Like if they did all that, it would basically be like, okay, we're meeting the demands. We're here to play ball. We want to act in good faith.
Well, yeah, the right now they are in mitigation or mediation. I mean,
Yeah.
so and I believe everybody's at the table.
I wonder if
But
I
I
wonder.
don't know.
Ben definitely brought up the chicken dance right during those meetings.
Well, I had a little theory because Ben's lawyers requested an extension, and I think it is so that he could put out part 4 and 5 or whatever parts he has
Yeah.
on the day they sit down, so that like because you know one of the things on mediation will be like, all right, if we settle, no more posting about Bricks and Minifigs, and as they're saying that he posts everything, and
Yeah.
then it's like, all right, I won't post after this day because I already got it all out, and then they settle and then it's all good.
Mm.
Um, because I don't think he'll compromise. I'm not saying that he'll do that. I have no idea what's in his head, but I think he's gonna. Ben is the type of person that I think he's gonna try to do right by everybody. He's gonna try help out anybody in the way any way he can. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. The craziest thing is like, I mean, not crazy. Is like one of the most like respectable. He was like saying about all the American fork stuff. Like he really didn't want to like sue the town or like go after any damages because that would come out of the taxpayer's pocket. And then it was just like
Hmm.
he ended up thinking like, okay, well, um, if I can get some money, like I could just give it back to the town somehow. It was like he like, I mean, a lot of people maybe from the outside, like I tried telling my dad about the case or whatever, and like he was like questioning, like, well, well does this guy Ben make money online doing this? Like, you got to wonder what's motivating him. And I try to tell him, I was like, no, absolutely not, Dad. Like that's no. He's just trying to do what's right. Like if you watched it, like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and I don't know if
Well,
you
like
saw, but like
when
that dude
he
Ben,
talks
like, yeah, go
well
ahead.
when he talks about his life-threatening injuries, breaking his neck and all
I
that
was literally
stuff,
just
it's
about to
like
talk about that. Yeah,
yeah, it's like yeah,
yeah,
like
that's
it's
literally
starting to
exactly what I was
make
gonna
more
say.
sense of like yeah, his personality. I figured you're gonna go there, but yeah,
Yeah, no, it's like he
yeah,
literally like, dude, it's like he just reminds me of like someone who like basically like I'm gonna leave all my like worldly desires behind and just like follow my path of like desire of like
hmm,
chasing my dream or whatever. It's like literally his story. Like I broke my neck. I almost died, and then
yeah,
I decided I'm gonna like quit my corporate job that's like making me miserable, and I'm gonna like pursue my dreams in life. And literally like he was like on Santa Monica, like just slacklining,
yeah,
like
yeah.
selling slack lines. Like it's like sleeping on the beach or whatever. It's like, some people will be like, this guy's crazy. Like imagine all the people that like through like if he had listened to them, I doubt he would even listen to them. But it's like
No,
so many people at that in that phase of your life, they're like, oh, he's gone off the deep end. Like, yeah, no, he thinks he's blah 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 blah, and they
well, like
talk.
he said, even said like his parents were worried about him, like
Yeah, well,
they
he said
didn't
they
really
were
know.
worried he'd become a druggie or whatever. It's
Yeah,
like, you don't want to hang around those those beaches at night. Like there's not a nice crowd of people at the
yeah,
beaches at night, as I'm sure Ben would know that knows from. But yeah, but no, it's just cool that he like stuck to what he wanted to do, and then it flourished. And I think it's just kind of a testament to people like where it's like don't just give up on stuff, like stay tenacious and like stick to your dreams or whatever, like and try to do
yeah,
something you love. Like yeah,
no, for sure. No, and
it's great.
like well, I think we'll end it soon. So the last, usually on longer streams, what I do is the last like 10, 20 minutes or so, like we'll keep talking, but like anybody who wants to ask a question, feel free for me and Maddie, and we'll answer it best to our abilities. But any questions, because we're like, I like to do it more like this, like we're chilling, we're hanging out, like
Yeah, yeah.
we're switching topics, we're here and there. I'm not trying to like, I got 20, 30, 40 questions for you and then we're going. Like I like doing the
Or,
stream with you. It was fun. But
yeah.
yeah, and by the way, everybody, don't forget to like and subscribe to Matty Appleseed. Leave a like down here,
Or
and he's
subscribe to
doing
the
good
last
work.
relic.
Like I honestly like I love it when there's a new video that you post because I'm like, sweet, I'm gonna get a real video. Like
Yeah, you were
like
talking about like there's so much like crap, like
dude,
there's all
yeah, man.
there's a sea of just like regurgitation. And dude,
Well,
that's
what
why I
bothers
was
me is that
yeah.
there was a lot of them that I liked, and then they followed that route of like I gotta keep making this like.
Yeah, I
I
gotta hit the
there
next
was a
thing.
week
Yeah.
that I didn't post anything about Bricks and Minifigs. I was just like, if you guys want to talk, here's a Q&A. We're gonna do a late night show, whatever. Because I'm like, I don't have anything to add, so I'm not gonna try to pump money from everybody.
Yeah.
I'm gonna provide good entertainment, good content. I'm gonna talk about what I want to talk about. But when I got something to say, I'll say it. I'm not going to try to, you
Yeah.
know.
That was like I heard about that.
Yeah.
I heard about the yellow tags thing, like the police report, the 34, 38 page
Yeah.
report, where it's like the yellow tags are removed, and
Hmm. Yeah.
I was like gonna make a video on that, but then I saw it was like okay, EBN covered it, like you guys talked about it on Toy Bounty Hunters. I saw like tons of people were post about it.
Yeah.
I was like, am I just gonna jump in and like add
No,
one
like
more? Like I don't know.
I'm okay somebody giving their perspective because it makes you think, you know, like you can have the same thing and like a million people report on it. That's not a problem. It's like if one thing came out, a million people report on it, and then you report on it 10 times in that week, that's a problem.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
like I want to hear everybody's perspective. So, and it's also good because some people that watch you will not watch EBN and not watch RecklessBen and not watch whatever, but like they're like, oh, I like the way Matty Appleseed is reporting because that's the thing we don't know. Like all the views you get, you don't know how many people either only watched your video or somebody else's, or
yeah,
is watching everybody. But even though like if everybody's watching everybody, like let's say one person's watching you and EBN, Toy Bounty Hunters, all that, that means it's constantly being pumped into their head and they're not letting go of that information. So that's a good thing as well. So there's only benefit in everybody reporting on the same thing, but it becomes unbeneficial when you become the channel that's like, yeah, I this guy's just gonna say the same thing all week, so I'll just hear it from somebody else that I could trust, right?
yeah.
Like that's
Like
that's how I see it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I always wanted the videos I put out to be like I'm gonna try to give the most information in like the least amount of time because I know it's like
Mhm.
time is the most precious thing for everyone, and
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
the hardest thing for me now. It's like when you look at the feed, if you search Bricks and Minifigs, it's like you could watch 50 videos and still like not even have scratched the surface. Like for someone new coming to it, so like that's why I mean obviously it's like I would recommend like if you really want to see everything, it's like watch the RecklessBen stuff and then watch like, certain like EBN things, of course, and like, a couple things here or there. But I try to put like some of the things out where it's like I feel like it's like this is the most critical thing.
Yeah, yeah. And that's the thing, like it's always great that like you do it your way because that's the most authentic, right? But I
Yeah.
don't think you should hesitate um if you feel like, oh, just because other people are reporting it. You don't know which people are gonna be impacted by like it's like reading the same book or like the Bible over and over again. Like you're always gonna
Mm.
get something new that the words haven't changed though.
Well, that's why I was still
Yeah.
considering posting
Yeah.
about the stickers because, like, I don't think anyone really explicitly said in their videos yet that, like, the next day after that police report, like, after the cops talking to Brian and talking to Brandon, the next day Brandon is spotted with a U-Haul outside of Eugene by the hair salon person. Like, I don't
Yeah.
think anyone's really explicitly said that yet. And that's a big detail where it's like, and then when you combine it with the fact, Crystal's telling us today or tonight in the stream that like he removes the cameras, so there's a lot of shady stuff going on. It looks like he's hiding things for
Yeah, yeah.
sure. Yeah, I
Like,
don't know
yeah.
if there's
See,
any.
and Ludwig, he'll watch it. He'll watch it.
Yeah, Ludwig, thanks, man.
Mm, yeah.
I know there's a lot of great people supporting everything,
Like
and
Keister Bunny, by the way, great name. We haven't even scratched the surface yet. What do you mean? Like,
yeah,
that's it was bothering me where everybody was like, when they went into litigation, everybody was like celebrating. I'm like, no, the fight just started. Everything else was like,
yeah,
like the build up, like the weigh-ins, the journey, the the two fighters talking smack to each other, the promotion.
mm,
Litigation's where it's begun. So like we've only truly been in this for like, or Reckless Ben's only really been in this the since litigation happened, since he got modified the TRO. So it was yeah, called pregame, yeah. So that's what a lot of people I don't
mm,
think understood. And Rose investigates. This is for you, Maddie. Maddie, you do a great job putting the
mm.
pieces together. Some of us do a good job finding the pieces. We all have our important parts to
Rose,
play.
one of the
Heck yeah.
goats.
And
Yeah,
anybody, put your questions in the chat. What questions you got for my man Matty Appleseed, for me, whatever it is. Yeah, but all the pre-gaming can come into court. Exactly. No, I'm saying that's a good thing, but I'm saying we shouldn't celebrate the pre-game. Like, it's not time to celebrate. It's time to attack. It's time to get focused and do the right things. Like, you know, not all
Yeah.
we heroes wear capes. Keep it coming. Yes, it's
You know
true.
what's like? Oh, the
Ace
last
Tone is
relic
awesome.
mission. Oh, gifted 10
Oh
members. That's
shoot,
awesome, dude.
my man,
That's
Mister
awesome.
Quacks a lot. Gifted 10 the last relic memberships. Hey, I think,
That's
dude, thank
sick.
you so much. That's awesome. Thank you so freaking much.
Oh yeah.
That's sweet. I'm gonna pay the electric bill this
W
week.
gift.
Le-
Dude, what
eh,
gets me about this
Lucas,
case
this is
too?
this is for you and
Oh, Lucas.
Mr. Quacks a lot. Legend.
It's awesome to see, like
Yeah.
Rose was saying, there's a ton of people like digging in, and like I obviously like I can't
Yeah.
be like I like can't say thanks enough to like all the people like Rose and uh, everyone working on the scenes like Taddle and I know like a lot of people don't want to have their names, but the thing is like it's just also disheartening that there's like so many cases out there that don't have this exposure and like those people can like rely on maybe one good cop, hopefully it's a good cop who's like I'm going to do the job and try to talk to all the people and do a good
Hmm.
investigation and try to bring some light to what's going on, and then that's it, but now it's like there's a whole swath of people like coming in and helping to try to find out what's going on. It's awesome. I think I saw one question from Ludwig. What's the origin of the large bill hat? Dude, I actually, if you watch Zoolander 2, Kyle Mooney, his character like wears a big ass hat like this, and I thought it was like the sickest thing. And I was like, I want one of those. I just got one and started wearing it. But yeah, but it's like in the movie Zoolander, it's like a joke. It's like like this guy's he's like a model, like a big time model. He's like a fashion guy. And I
Hell
was
yeah.
like, that's actually sick. And so yeah, if you watch Zoolander, Kyle Mooney, he's on Saturday Night Live right now. He's awesome comedian, sketch comedy guy. He was like, I don't know if you remember it, like, but he did like Good Neighbor stuff like back in like
I
2010.
remember. I remember.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
funny stuff.
and then I have right here. Here's another question. So if they say the consignment wasn't legit, how aren't they liable to pay back the 6% or royalties off the sales that they banked on?
Right. Well, that's the thing. It's like we said before, like it's rules for thee, not for me. So whatever negatives
Yeah.
apply to
Yeah.
Crystal, not to Eamon and Matt. Like it applies to
Exactly.
Crystal and Brian.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
have your
all
cake and eat
that.
it too, type shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, and the good thing is that we got that police report that came out this
Oh,
past week.
oh
More
yeah.
things are gonna come out. Like, highly recommend everybody stay tuned to RecklessBen right now.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm sure tons of stuff is coming.
there'll be some previews coming out this week, I think. Um, may or may not,
Cal
but
Mooney's
yeah,
hilarious.
like, yeah, it's gonna be good. And then that's hilarious. And I have watched Zoolander. Heck yeah, you have.
Yeah.
You're a freak just like us, Ludwig.
That's it. I did
Yeah.
I think I did a sketch on that on Zoolander.
To our Manny or Goodman, thank you.
Yeah,
TPS
thanks, man.
Lucas, real one. And then Patrick coming in hot with the 20, showing some love. Not all heroes wear capes, but some
Nice.
wear giant caps. Yeah, he does. Look at that, man.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious. That's sick, dude.
He's providing a shade to Africa. That's how far his hat reaches,
Yeah.
man. That's why he's
Yeah,
on
Bill
the
Gates trying
East
to block
Coast.
the
Yeah.
sun. I'm already
Yeah.
there, dude. Like I'm already there.
We should get
But
Reckless Ben to investigate Bill Gates, man. That'd be crazy.
right, dude. But
Yeah.
no, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, dude. I had speaking of Zoolander, I have a parody I can send you. It's Matty Museum Lander.
Yeah.
It's, yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, Rose, I did go on an LDS mission to
In Boston.
in Boston, Massachusetts. And there I spoke um, Spanish, Portuguese, English, Mandarin, and Haitian Creole.
Damn,
And
dude.
those are, yeah.
I was telling my mom earlier. I was like, "Oh, he speaks 4 languages." Like, I got it wrong. It was like,
Hey, look, my Mandarin
wow.
sucks. You know, I said to you before, what the Zhongwen, Buhao. I'm just,
Hey,
yeah, Buhao.
makes sense.
And uh, but I also um, and like Haitian Creole is like pretty much dead to me. I rather learn French if I'm gonna learn it, but I really need to work on Korean. That's like the number one. My wife
Yeah.
and I, we talked about as soon as I'm fluent in Korean, we'll both like go back to like Mandarin together because we have
Mm,
a lot of friends from Hong Kong and
yeah.
Taiwan and stuff like that. But yeah, and keep your chin up, TLR. This is not a question, but it's good. Carmageddon's coming. GJ Jazz, thank you too, love. Yeah. Looking cool
Yeah.
with long hair, long hat. Yeah, dude, I didn't know you had like hella long hair. I'm seeing
Yeah, I
the
got a long
reflect.
neck there.
I'm seeing the reflection in the on the window there.
Oh, yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
In Jamaica Plains, huh? Yes, Jamaica Plains.
Nice. Jake
I
Plains.
I was there from 2013 to 2015, I
Word.
believe.
So you were there, like, yeah. I was there 2013. Well, 2014 is when I left to go live in China and teach English, like September 2014. So I could have ran into you
Mwah.
2013 at some point.
Yeah, I taught English in Chinatown, and taught math in Mandarin in Chinatown as well, and that was fun. But I freaking like it was very simple. Like I would intervene when I could, but
Mm.
I couldn't like just be full blown like teaching math like for like 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good service. Like I did it for free. It was fun. Like everything we
You and
did
your
there was
wife,
free.
like, you guys like Chinese food, obviously.
We love Chinese food. Fried chicken, the
Dude, I
best.
make bomb Chinese food. Like, cause my wife, she's
Yeah.
like, that's one of the things she loves most is just like eating food. So when she moved to US, I just started making all the bomb dishes.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
I'm very good at cooking, dude.
My wife, she like gained like 40 pounds when she moved to the U.S. because like her roommate was Mexican and like the cheese isn't really big in Korea, but like cheese was in everything. And my wife's like fell in love with cheese and she's like quesadillas and burritos and just cheese, cheese, cheese. And it's so funny because like
Yeah.
when we dated like when I first met her, she was like self conscious because like Asians they grow all their fat in their face first and then it starts spreading out, right? And so she
Mm.
she says she looked like a chipmunk. I'm like, I like you, and I think you look beautiful. I like grabbing those cheeks. And but like, she was like super, like Asians, like very, yeah, no, they gotta be skinny. Gotta get fit. But
That's
the
what they
good thing,
think.
yeah,
Yeah, that's what they think.
one of the things that I loved about like meeting my wife was that she was so open to new ideas, new she wanted to learn. So
Yeah.
I told her like I don't agree with Korea's beauty standards. I think you should put on some I think you should have some density to you, some muscle, like that's why like we dance in Brazil, we everybody's a loaf of bread. They dance, man. So I was telling my wife and like she started training with me and I did a whole she lost like 32 pounds and got some muscle on her, and it's been awesome. Like before we even got married, she lost 32 pounds, and she was like, dude, she was already disciplined, going to the gym at 6 a.m., lifting weights. She wasn't like just going on treadmill. She'll be
Mm.
there with the guys, just lifting weights, picking it up, doing exactly as I told her, and it was awesome. So it was like the one of the very first things I saw about my wife that made me really fall in love with her is like she was so curious, and she like was shy but not shy to try. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like
Yeah.
it was great. And she obviously man, like she didn't put out. Like I was getting to know all these chicks, right? And my friend from Hong Kong who introduced me to her, we were in Boston together. She went to Hong Kong and I came back home and she came to visit before she went to college. And then she introduced me to my wife and I was getting to know this chick from India and this other chick, I don't know where she was from, and I was getting to know my wife, and I was just hanging out. I wasn't seriously dating nothing, and she's like, "So which one you gonna pick?" And like she calls me up one day, "Which one gonna pick?" I'm like, "I'm chilling. What do you mean pick?" It's like, "All right, then leave." My wife's name is So. Then leave So alone, because she doesn't deserve to get hurt. And I'm like, man, all the other ones I'm okay if they get hurt, but she's the only one that like, and it's not I'm not being a douche or anything. It's just like it's the first time I realized that there was something
Like she was catching
deeper.
feelings for you, and like it
No,
wasn't
I
just.
was catching feelings. I don't think she gave a damn
Uh,
about
uh,
me.
uh,
I was catching feelings for her, you know. And
Damn, dude, that's cool.
no, yeah, and then like it took like almost 2 months for me to finally just kiss her. Like she wouldn't let me, and I was like, damn,
Okay,
and it worked. It worked, man.
yeah,
But yeah, yeah, she's man. I could tell you stories all day. She's the best.
yeah, dude,
She's
that's
funny.
it's yeah. I feel like I've like yeah, there's a lot of more similarities. I feel like, but yeah, dude, I'm sure like our wives should like meet someday at some point in
For
time.
sure, man.
They'd probably be
Dude,
able to
come
like
well, next.
tell
You
us all
got you
about
get
shit.
the mobile house. Like get the
Yeah,
van. Come down here in Florida, man.
dude, I'd
You,
like to like
I could show
like
you all the bricks and
Savvy
minifigs where
Turtle,
they
he's
were.
from around that area also, and I told him I was like, I want to make some music with you because he's a producer. So he's like, oh,
Oh
I
yeah,
want to make some music, yeah,
man. Savvy,
and,
yeah, Savvy Turtle's awesome. He's
yeah, nice,
I didn't
he's
know he
great.
was here in Florida. Shoot.
I think he is, yeah. I think it's he's either in Florida or he's like neat close by. But
Yeah.
yeah, I hit him up. I have his like Facebook and Instagram and stuff because he just jumped on like I've only done like 2 streams before this. Like one was like do not go to Florida in the summer. Yeah, the summer.
Well, Rose, the summer is over. Okay.
Dude, I was down there in like March
Yes.
and it was brutal in the van. Like working in the van in a grocery store parking lot. It's hard. But now we know so many people in Florida. It's awesome. Like I feel like if I went to Florida now, I would just like plan out a route
Yeah, yeah.
and I'd be like, okay, like and we have this like house sitting app thing too. Like when we were down there in March, like we had just found out about the house sitting app, Trusted House Sitters, and we were in Savannah and some woman tells us about it and then we're looking for places in Florida and
Yeah.
my wife's like, oh, like check the Keys, is there anything in the Keys? I'm like, oh, we already looked yesterday, there's nothing. And then I was like, all right, I'll look again, and we landed a place like in Key Largo for 10 days, dude. We were there like in this like it was like a
Yeah, yeah.
in-law suite. Like literally this guy had like he was on one of those like inlets where it was right on the water. He had a dock there, like paddle boards he let us use,
Hmm.
like smart car, like walk the dogs to the dog park, like right down the street there's a beach. It was awesome because we went down
Dude.
there for a honeymoon. We took a road trip to Florida and we did like Disney and like we went down to like
Oh,
we went to the Keys for one night and it was like $400 for a small little closet of a motel room.
yeah, yeah.
So
I
then
feel
we
that.
went, yeah, and then we went to like we went from that to like 10 days in Key Largo for free watching someone's dogs. It was sick.
Okay. And by the way, is this pronounced dirty girl? Is that it? Right. Clever. Clever.
Dirt cake. Yeah, I think so.
Dirty girl. Yeah, like someday I'll do a like.
Or it could be the do root E. Like maybe it's a
Nah.
road, like a reference to a road. I'm just kidding. Nah, you're like, nah, I'm pretty sure that's not it.
Nope. I didn't even know Sheldon was live with the Reckless crew.
I know, yeah. I saw he like as soon as you got off with the it was called like the boy like the
Average Boys
podcast.
podcast.
Yeah, that was pretty sick. I was
Crispy's
listening
awesome.
for a while.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. I didn't know you had a plan with this dude and like
No. So every Sunday we do the Average Boys podcast. It's his show. I put it every once in a while on my channel. I want to help him out because like I just like he started inviting me on when I had like 30 or 40 subscribers, and I was like, man, like I want to get him like he's also he trains fighters and stuff like that, and he had
nice.
a lot of his students had a bunch of fights in the past few months, so we couldn't stream together. And yeah, I just wanted to help him out and get his channel going too, because like he's at 120 subscribers. He was like that for a long time, and I think he deserves much more because it's a great show. Just talk about whatever we want to talk about.
No, I popped in. It was cool. Yeah.
Sloppier the better, Mudbugs. Hell yeah.
Dang.
After visiting her a few days the first time, realized it was because of the tiles, no carpet. Oh, You gotta get those sleigh
Oh,
feet in.
Fort
You gotta
Myers.
walk on some rocks. Like this is what I want to do. Like if I ever get to a lot of subs or whatever, like 50,000, whatever, I would love to do a live stream or not a live stream meetup where
That'd
like
be
we
cool.
set it up, and I would like to do it with like EBN and anybody else that like you, Maddie, and Camelot and Toy Bounty Hunters just get together and just meet everybody who like gave support and is in the chat. It's just I think it would be a lot of fun. Just we
Dude,
all
like
hang out and chill.
legally, I think legally mine or legally mime the like the Mark is trying to put something together like that. He's
Yeah,
trying to do
yeah.
like a mime con, like have like a
Sick.
yeah, have like a
Sick.
convention out in Utah, and like everyone goes and like hangs out, and like we'll bring Lego, we'll like sit, we can
Man,
do
yeah,
whatever.
that would be fun. But yeah, like damn. But yeah, all right. Like, is there anything else? Like, I just want to make sure is because you let me know. Is there anything else you want to talk about? Like anything you wanted to ask me specifically, dude, on stream and you know?
I mean, I'm curious about like all the. I feel like we could talk
Yeah.
more about like our like relationships and our wives and stuff.
Yeah.
We gonna do that on stream, like
Oh, it's like,
unless people want to hear it. Like I don't mind. I don't mind putting it up. My wife will probably
hey,
just say like
nerds.
Anna Banana Republic. Cool. What up?
That's actually pretty cool. No, dude, like, oh, dude, my wife's the best, man. Like, dude, she's so freaking funny. Like, she'll say the wildest stuff, you know, and you won't expect it because she's like the sweetest person ever.
Mm.
Like, she'll, like, she's just talking to you, and I don't know if your wife is like this. Sometimes she cannot hide her emotions, like, on her face.
Yeah.
She'll look at
Yeah,
somebody, she'll
dude.
be like, and I'm like, yo, yo,
Yeah.
yo, yo, yo.
Oh,
Like,
dude,
cut
she
it
got
out.
yeah, she did it. We were at the when we were at that house that I was telling you about in Boise. Like the homeowner started like telling us this stuff, and it was like literally the same like facial. She was like, and it was like, what? I was like, Olivia, like we're supposed to have this person thinking that it's like it's all good, no worries, we got you
Yeah.
covered. And then like literally what Devin was saying, like when they come in, it's all good, we got you. Like we're gonna do Relic's plan. Like, but then Olivia's like had this look on her face, and and I'm just thinking like she probably thinks like she's worried now, but just
Dude,
like
yeah, like my wife was like that. Like, no, this logically this is stupid. Like, why are we doing
yeah.
this? And then
I
like,
think it's something about the
yeah.
culture, right? It's just like
No, oh,
there's
dude,
nothing. Yeah, you
do you do
you know
you do you
exactly what I'm gonna
do you
say,
have any
right?
kids? Do you have any kids?
No, no.
So okay, dude, when my wife got pregnant, man, it was a million times worse. Like there was this girl that I would always ask her whether it was at
I
church
don't
or
know if I
something.
should know this.
She no she would ask her like I think he like what she was gonna do for like a profession or something. And my wife was like super adamant about being a stay-at-home mom. And dude, I remember like we were chilling. Me and my friend, actually the one I do the Daily Drive podcast on Daily Drive show on Wednesdays. Me and my friend, we were chilling there, and then the girl goes up to my wife and asks her the same question that she asks every week. And then my wife calls her by her name super aggressively. I don't like that you keep asking me this question. So let me explain something to you. I'm like this. I'm like, "Ugh," and I just walk away. I'm like, I'm not
Yeah,
dealing with that.
yeah, like
like,
and then
like
yeah,
I'm
you're
not
gonna
gonna,
get dragged into it
dude.
later
She
too.
made her cry. She like yeah like everything. And my wife like she like even gave her a hug. But my wife was like and I'm like, and then like later like my wife's talking was like, man, why are all these hoes so sensitive? And I'm like, you're
Sheesh.
mean. You're mean.
Man,
Yeah, but
dude.
she's like, yeah, when she was pregnant, she was like, no filter. She's like, I don't give a damn. Like, oh, dude, like in oh, was it with my daughter? No, it was with my youngest. So with my daughter and my youngest, both times we got to the hospital late, where like all natural birth, not even an IV could get in, right? No epidural, freaking nothing.
Hmm.
And the last time she was like really scared because it was like, you know, uh, the baby was born 10 pounds. Like her stomach
Big
was bigger
baby,
than
yeah.
ever, right? Big baby. And so all these doctors, like, she's like, no, I want an epidural. And they're like, you're already 10 centimeters dilated. Like, we can't even get you the IV like for fluids, and they're trying to like encourage her, whatever, bro. Like people are trying to like doctors, nurses. There's a bunch of people in the room. Everybody's just trying to tell her like you could do this, whatever. And she's like, everybody, shut up, and then starts pointing. You speak. You speak. Like it's like you're done. Okay, you speak, and they're like, it's coming. You know, I'm like, all right, like it's time. So like
Oh
I'm holding
man.
her. She like I had to actually use some jujitsu and like hold her leg and everything because like
You're
she
like,
wanted
what
to close.
the
Dude,
jujitsu plug?
the first pregnancy, like when my oldest was born, I had to deliver the freaking baby. I was like, do I
Really?
get a discount? Like what the freak? Because they were very adamant, like only one person in the room because of COVID, right? And I'm like, nah, I gotta be there. And they're like, all right, like they're like, we could max this two, like that's fine. And then the nurse comes in or the doctor's like, all right, put out a hand. And I'm like, what? It's like, well, we could only have two people in a room, and you're the second one. I'm like, what?
I thought it was
so
max is one.
so
Then
like
what are the
me
doctors
and
all?
the nurse or doctor or whatever, we deliver the baby, and then other
Nah.
people came in. And I'm like, they came in afterwards anyways. Why the freak did I have to deliver the baby?
Right?
And
Yeah.
yeah, dude, it like
They're
wild.
coming with
Yeah.
streamers. They're like, woohoo! Yeah.
I can't believe you have that just hanging around. What the freak?
Yeah,
Yeah.
little share, a little what's it called? What Easter egg at the end of the stream, I guess. Like, at least.
Feels like a
Yeah.
hot match to your cooch.
Damn, dude, that's a crazy story.
Yeah,
It makes
dude.
me scared for like my wife to be pregnant.
She'll be
'Cause,
fine. She'll be fine, dude. They're so much tougher than us. Oh my gosh. I
well,
was
not the delivery part, but like the 9 months of like on edge and yelling at people.
no,
Me.
okay. It's all personality. Like my wife wasn't on edge at all. Like
until the until
really
the
it's really
girl
how
asked the
much you
question one too many times.
treat her, man.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. And if you're there and like here's the hard part. It's right after the baby's born because it went from everybody giving her attention, taking care of her, all that, to now everybody only cares about the baby. So it's like this strange shift socially that's like,
mm,
oh, nobody cares about me, right?
okay,
And
that's good to
whether
know.
she chooses to accept that or not, like that's just a normal thing that happens, right? So then you really gotta show a lot more attention to her because the baby don't like you should hold the baby. Obviously, you're the dad, but the baby don't give a damn about you. You don't got tits, bro. You know, like like babies are living the best life ever. You know, bath, eat, suck on titties, and go to bed, man. Like this is number one way to live. All right,
Yeah,
it's like I wish that was my life. You feel me? And so like baby doesn't really care for you, right? Like sometimes like I was able to get him to bed most of the time. But you know, when the baby wakes up at night and wants milk, like that's you can't do nothing.
yeah,
But you know, she's gonna go crazy because she's only sleeping when the baby sleeps. And the baby ain't sleeping all that much. Like like her schedule is his schedule or her or baby schedule, whatever. So it's really like you gotta make sure that she's keeping her sanity and it's through you. So like you're treating her, pampering her, but also you're not pissing her off. It's a fine line. You're gonna go nuts
yeah. You
a
gotta
little
be
bit,
get some
but
slack line and like reckless Ben
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
balancing act.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
good to
yeah.
know.
So that she's right. So I can get more, and that's the other thing. Like, dude, change as many diapers as you can. Do, yeah. This is the formula. Get rich, okay. Get rich on YouTube. You almost there, Maddie. You know, and then just
Yeah,
make sure you could take hiatus and like be there for as much as possible, and then f off when she doesn't want to see your face because she's there's gonna be times where she's just gonna look at you and like, ugh, you did this to me. And there's other times where like, you're not paying enough attention to me. Come here, baby. And then it's just like, it's a
yeah,
balancing act, bro.
yeah. You gotta
But
know it.
it's the best. It's the best. It's the best. Like,
Yeah, I got
dude,
a little nephew
there,
now.
there's there's
It's
no need
fun,
to be
but
scared because it's like those 9 months of pregnancy. It feels like as soon as you have the baby, like it's just another day, in a way. Not to downgrade anything, but it feels like you've been prepped for this for 9 months as well. So like, it's just dad mode now. I'll
yeah,
tell you my experience, and like we'll end it soon here. But my experience was when my first son was born. I had this overwhelming feeling of love and hate at the same time. I I was angry to know that there are people in this world that hurt children
Oh yeah, I see
and
what you mean.
and mistreat children. So like I had this overwhelming anger and but like just full blown love for my kid, right? And
Yeah,
so like anytime I saw a parent like treating their kid not right at the grocery store or something like that, just because like the kid is like 4 years old and they're cussing away, you mother whatever, and I'm like, how could you, like, what's wrong with you?
mm,
Sometimes I even talking like ladies almost freaking hit me in the face. I'm like, what's wrong with you? Like, he's 4 years old. It's like that. Hey, this mother is actually three, by the way. And I'm like, and you talking to your kid like that? Like, you want to go to jail? Like, you want to beat this kid up? Like, he's 3 years old. You think he knows what what's going on? He just wants you
mm,
to love him. What's wrong with you? Like, I'm all
yeah,
for discipline, but at three, you cussing the kid away. That's so it's like that. It's this weird juxtaposition, but overall, and like you feel this. For me, I wanted to take care of like every kid in the world because my whole dream was to become a dad. Now I have to, make a lot of money to become a good dad and to spend time with him, give him a good life. But that was my dream. So like everything else is just icing on top of the cake. Whatever success financially I get, like I've already fulfilled my dreams. So I've completed what my profession, I guess you could say. So that to me, that's success. And
yeah,
I'm still gonna be ambitious and go after stuff. But
yeah, for sure. I think like I don't think you gotta make a bunch of money to be a good dad. I think it's more like what you instill in people. Like I know
oh
you
yeah,
mentioned like with your dad, you want to get him the Ferrari or whatever. But
yeah,
I
yeah.
think like him knowing that you're like a stand up guy that like stands for like morals and ethics and like wants to back like the right thing happening.
Oh
That's
yeah,
like more
I know that
valuable.
my dad is like he'll be happy with me being a good person, and all that. It's just
Yeah,
like,
but you love a
I
Ferrari. Everyone,
yeah,
everyone
like
would.
like I'm still gonna
Yeah,
get him a Ferrari like when I can.
yeah,
Like it's just like he deserves it. You know what I mean? He's just not. That's the only thing that he hasn't completed is like is financial, I guess, riches, because he's the most
yeah,
successful person I'll know and I'll ever know. And I've met
yeah,
billionaires, I've met millionaires, and none of them are like hold a candle to my father. So it's like, and the only reason, and he could have become rich, but he's very logical, he's very calculated, and it's that thing of like sometimes the risk is just way he couldn't see the reward because there's the reward that comes that you cannot see. Like, oh, if you do everything right, let's say you invest $200, you can make like for sure make 3,000, and then all of a sudden you make 10,000. That's the part where like it really pushes you.
uh,
That like it's the part that's like uncalculable, that you don't know what's gonna happen. So like
yeah,
that's where like a lot of people will actually achieve success. And since he can't calculate that, it's always put him at somewhat of a paralysis state to make a big risk. But I think at this point, it's like, I tell him it might sound cool. I'm like, Dad, you're gonna die at some point. Let's just risk it all. Like screw it. Like let's go. Yeah,
interesting. Yeah, that's you're referencing like the business idea that you want to start with them. I know you
yeah,
mentioned a couple times.
yeah, yeah.
I know you haven't talked about it, so I'm not going to ask you. Like you haven't
Well, I
talked
actually, I actually have talked about it.
about specifics. You all right?
Not specifics. So my father was the CFO for 21 years at a restaurant called Rodizio Grill, and we want to open one. We haven't signed a contract or anything yet because we're looking for an investor. But
Nice.
most of the people that are potential investors want to buy the land, and that's like it's gonna be like 7 million, which is really expensive. So that's what we had to come up with, and then there's territory and everything, and yeah, it's a whole thing.
Dang,
So,
okay.
but we already have all of it. It's just finding the spot, the investor, and start building, and we're good.
Nice, dude.
Yeah,
That'd be
be
sick.
awesome. But
I know
yeah,
there's one more question people probably want to know.
yes,
Um,
sir.
dude, people want to know, does the last relic sleep? Because you do the streams pretty late. I figure you probably sleep in late. Or are you an
No,
insomniac?
no, I'm not an insomniac. I could sleep for days.
Okay.
No, it's just I'm a dad. Like I don't deserve sleep until the money comes in. So
Dang, dude, that's really all
like
right.
my schedule. So right now it's 3 a.m. I have to wake up in 3 hours to hit the gym, and then my
Holy
son start.
shit, dude.
My son starts first day of first grade today.
Holy
So
shit.
I'll take him to school, and then my daughter and I will hang out along with the baby and my wife, and she'll go to the gym. Then I'll go to jujitsu. After that, I will be going to interviews, applying for jobs, whatnot. Which actually I do need to apply for one that messaged me. And then I will do what I can, knock doors, whatever I gotta do to make some money, clean carpets, and all that. Then I'll do a stream and do some YouTube. And yeah, this is how I go about things. Like I I don't when I'm on a stream with you, or if you're on my channel, I don't
Mm.
have a time limit. So if we want to keep going, we go. Like it's like
Dude,
I
but now
like
I feel
hanging out.
bad. Like
Yeah,
I've kept, like, you're gonna get 3 hours
it's
of sleep,
fine,
dude.
dude. Yeah, I think
Son's first day of kindergarten or first grade.
yeah,
Big,
it's gonna be
big day.
awesome. Yeah, it's gonna be sweet. Savvy Turtle, great. Is Savvy here today? I didn't see him.
I don't think he popped in, but I think we were talking about him a little bit before, so maybe that was a
Okay, yeah,
yeah. He's a
yeah.
good
So
dude.
like, I'll see a couple more hours, Justin for heroin bird. No, yeah.
Just
So like, I just like to chill, man, and
yeah,
like, trust me, if I go to sleep and nobody like bothers me, I'll sleep for 12 hours straight, man.
dude. I
I have
remember
no
like one of
problem.
your streams. You were talking about the story of like what happened when the guy was like, "All right, now you owe $500,000," and you're like, the way you were like recounting how what you were like your brain was like going through after you heard that you're like literally like planning like, well, I guess I can just like not sleep and like work this job, and it was like you were literally like planning and I was thinking like he's serious, he's not going to sleep and just like figure out a way to pay this, and like
Yeah.
wow. And then you said
I
that like 3 hours, dude. That's
Yeah, cause it's like I can't like I know I'm not the one that's supposed to be paying, but
no, I
also
know.
they left me with this contract and I have to fight that, but I'm not gonna make him be the culprit, like he doesn't deserve this. He's the landlord. So like I wasn't thinking I was gonna get out of the contract. I was like, all right, I gotta find a way to pay it. I got a problem
Yeah,
in front of me, I gotta find a solution. That's
yeah,
that,
that's
you
yeah,
know?
that's solid, dude. That dude, because many
Yeah.
people would have folded right there. They'd be like, I can't do this. You know that like you're like still
Yeah.
working on like how am I gonna get out of this? That's a strong spirit, dude. That's
Yeah.
it,
I I
dude.
I, I like a credit to more towards not only my parents that raised me, but my wife and my kids. Like, there's no you can't give up when
Yeah,
you got
yeah.
kids, man.
Gonna keep
And you
going.
got like a great wife like I do. She's the best.
So
So
that's why I like. I mean, I'd like to have kids one day as well, and like it's part of the reason wanted to like try to do YouTube and like help is like make the world a better place. You were saying like I know it's like a lofty thing, but you were saying there's people out there that like hurt kids, and like that was like the biggest thing for me. Like when all the COVID stuff was coming out, it was the same time as like the other big thing coming out in the news, and I
hmm
was like, why isn't this other thing in the news like getting as much attention? And then it was like it was getting no attention, and now it's like, oh, why are we even
hmm
talking about this anymore? And it's like, so I wanted to kind of like basically get involved in like doing YouTube to eventually try to do something about that. But
yeah,
fighting Eamon in the Lego, mafia or whatever's going on, it's a pretty good place to start if you want to bring some justice in the world. And you got
yeah,
enough
yeah.
people like helping out and fighting
No,
for the
dude,
same
like I
cause.
honestly like I commend you. Like you're doing some great work, man. I love your videos. I think you got a real talent, and like it's funny because I'm like, oh wait, you don't talk exactly how you talk when you do a video. I was
Yeah,
like, I
yeah,
know,
you get all
yeah,
like
I was like,
amped
all
up.
right, like this guy's a normal guy.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
yeah, because I'm very like I want to get people like, oh yeah, like this is yeah, we're eating this.
yeah.
It's like when I'm in the video mode, it's like, and there's one more thing, this mother. Yeah,
No, no, like I do. I love your videos. I think they're great. Yeah,
Thanks,
I
dude.
like I the way I see it is like I'll probably like never get to like super great editing. Maybe who knows down the line I'll hire an editor if I ever make it big on YouTube or whatever. But I'm just gonna do what I can.
Yeah,
And
yeah. Just do your own
and I
style.
honestly on YouTube I've been lazy. Like I haven't been able to make like the videos that I want to make. So I'm like, man, I'll
It's
chop
all
up
good.
a
Eventually, you'll get there. Like you
yeah.
keep working, the way if you keep working the way you're doing it, you'll get there faster than most. Like 3 hours of sleep, grinding
Yeah.
constantly, dude. But I was gonna say I have like stuff I can share with you, like because I know you were saying you were like trying to edit and learn more editing and like filming or whatever. You were mentioning you were uh, doing some filming or whatnot. There's like a course that I took. It's like what was it called? It's called like 14-day filmmaker. I have like all the
Hmm.
courses that they I mean I could send you the mm, I don't know if I'm allowed to say I can give you my credentials so you can do the courses, but like I was gonna try
Sure.
to allude to that. But yeah, I don't think the
Uh,
14-day filmmaker crew is gonna be like listening in and come after us for the 49.99 or whatever they charge. But
no,
anyway,
like
whatever.
no,
But
I have some people that are helping me out, like so it's nothing crazy. Like I have these ideas in my head, and it's just like I just need to know the software, and like I'm the this is the type of person I am, and it's in a way it sounds arrogant, but anything you put something in front of me, and I will make sure that doesn't matter how long it takes, I will eventually be the best at something. But it's about how I'm gonna dedicate myself. So I know no matter what, because I need to dedicate myself in other things, I'm never gonna be the best editor in the world. I'm gonna be okay, And like I hope people like the videos, and like I want to attract the people that like it, and it's that simple.
yeah,
So I'm not gonna like try to be Hollywood all
no, for
super great
sure.
stuff, but
Like I realized
yeah,
that with the van life stuff, it was like I can't compete with these other guys in the van life niche. It's like I have to be more like on my own like personality and doing my own style because like there are like one of the biggest creators in van life is this guy called like Trent the Traveler, and he's like
hmm,
super cinematic. Like he has a background in like the
yeah,
filmmaking scene in Atlanta, Georgia, and like he was literally like a camera operator for like actual productions. Like, and so he has all
hmm,
the gear, everything he does like super cinematic and amazing, and it's like this is like art compared to like if mine is just like oh this is like he's just rolling, he's doing it, but it's just like finding the style I guess of whatever you're comfortable with, and then I think for a lot of creators it's like the goal is like you said, to have someone else as
hmm,
an editor. But it's weird because it's like to get there, you have to be the editor, you have to be the
yeah.
producer, you have to be everything, and then eventually, you can have a guy. Now I just like bug my wife if I need someone to film me. Sometimes she hates it. Like she doesn't.
She's just like looking at you like I hate
Yeah,
you so much, right?
yeah. It'll be like,
Dude, I told my wife like she will blow up on YouTube because she learned Portuguese before we even got married, right? I think
I think
before
I
we
heard you
even
tell this
yeah.
story. She had said like she'll say things that she shouldn't or something like that. Yeah,
Oh
I
yeah,
heard you.
for sure.
Yeah,
I'll tell you off stream. But she like I would watch K dramas with her, and her perspective of knowing the laws and everything, and she could do it in Portuguese. I'm like, you could do because K dramas are huge in Brazil. I'm like, you
yeah,
could really do a YouTube channel where you review K dramas, and she could break down a show pretty well and be objective and explain to people because like there were so many things I thought was stupid, but she's like, no, culturally and lawfully we do this, this, and this. I'm like, oh, that's why this guy's not getting a punch to the face. Word, like stuff like that. And I'm like, dude, this wouldn't fly. Like this, like what they're
yeah,
doing, somebody gonna die. Like that's crazy.
yeah.
And she's like, no, no, this is how it all works. And I'm like, if you do one and then you do it in Portuguese and English and explain to people with your background and like accepting because she's like this is a dangerous mix, right? She married me, a Brazilian, and my family's way more out there than normal Brazilians, and she very much accepted our culture where
Yeah.
people think she's Brazilian, right? So imagine a Korean with no filter adopts the culture of Brazil with also no filter in the way we speak with passion. Oh, that like people better watch out. She's super nice, super nice,
Yeah, that's
but
the thing.
she
It's never
will
like
rock.
malicious, but it's like it's just very like truthful and like sharp.
Yeah. Oh, like
Like
the other
the
day, like my son, uh, and my wife was like, luckily it was in Portuguese. She's like, he was like that lady's fat because she doesn't keep her mouth shut, right? Like it's always open because she's shoving food in there. And we were at the supermarket, and my wife was like, oh, "Okay, you're speaking Portuguese." Yes. Instead of like,
yeah,
don't say
dude.
that. Yes.
Yeah, there's like a lot of that, and like what I experienced in like China. It's a lot of similar stuff. It's like people will just kind of tell you like to your, and it's like there's no
Oh
kind of
yeah.
courtesy around it. It's not like so. It's
Oh,
not like
dude,
yeah.
we went to Hawaii with so her sister was going to college in Hawaii, and she was graduating. So we all went there. My her stepdad, my mother-in-law, and his sons, right? And so I was driving, and we're stopping in the front of the college waiting for them. Well, we just did the ceremony, graduation ceremony. So me, her stepdad, and his sons are in the car. We're talking. He only speaks Korean, so some are translating. This van pulls up. By the way, the van already on its side like this as it's driving. Okay, I think you know where I'm going with this,
It's kind of like hydraulics or something.
bro. Uh, big old woman gets out of the car.
Oh, okay.
Big, like she gets out the car. The car does this, right?
Dude, this sounds like a cartoon.
Yeah, dude. She was so big. She takes like I think maybe 15 steps. She's huge. Like I'm saying, like 500-600 pounds. And she leans on the fence. The whole fence just bends. Boom. And my freaking
She
stepdad's
fall.
sitting right next to me. His eyes wide as can be, and then he's like, "Oh, oh!" And then like his sons are all pointing. Oh, like and I'm like, guys, stop! And they're like, I thought this was only in the movies. I thought it was all fake. And it's like, no. And then just in full blown corner, oh, just I'm like, dude. They're like, no.
Yeah.
And then like one of them started pulling out the camera trying to take a picture. I'm like, dude, stop, like, like
Damn,
no one's gonna believe us back home.
no one's gonna do. Yeah, that's crazy.
And I was like, yeah, man, they make them big out here.
Damn.
They yeah,
Yeah,
oh, all the whales from
they're-
the sea, they're walking among us.
that's crazy. Damn.
I'm sure she was a nice lady, but you know,
No, she's probably fine.
dude, like I was worried because she was out of breath, 15 steps. She was out of breath, leaning on this fence, and I was like, damn, like you know, the car, like the air's coming out of the tires. It was
All right, dude, you bet your
Bro.
body. Jesus Christ.
just
We don't know what this lady's going through. Uh, for the record, I grew up as a.
she's
I grew
going
up
through
as an
some
overweight
cake and
kid.
pizza, man. That's what she's going through.
Dude, I grew up as a fat kid, so it
As a fat kid?
Yeah, it never leaves you once you are one. So I still will think
Yeah.
I'm overweight sometimes, but
I
dude, I
grew
don't,
up
I
as
don't mind it.
I grew up as a skinny kid.
I,
Like, and I was short too, dude. My ears and my feet grew first, so I looked like a clown. I looked like Dumbo, and my parents would call me Dumbo, or not Dumbo. What's the dwarf in Snow White, the cartoon, the one that doesn't speak, big ears, Dopey.
dang.
Well,
Like
that dude,
no.
like that's what my parents would call me, and like dude, I have pairs of shoes. My skate, like I like to skate, right? My skateboarding shoes. I have the same pair, still like same size from when I was 11. I still have them. Yeah,
Yeah.
and my sisters, I have two younger sisters. My sister that's closest to me in age, she grew taller than me before I did, right? And it wasn't until like I became like 15 that I hit like a growth spurt. But yeah, dude, I imagine me with like just big old ears and big feet and skinny little
Yeah.
kid. I
I
look
guess
like a
everyone,
cartoon character.
yeah, I guess yeah, everyone's got something when they're a kid that they're like, struggling with. I guess that's crazy. I used to skate too. Like all my friends were big, like into skating.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, we would I mean, I'm not sure. Like, you that must have definitely went to like Harvard Square or whatever when you were living in Boston.
Oh
Like, that's
yeah, yeah,
kind of one of the big. So we would be like right on one of the buses, like out of Harvard Square. It's like you go to the town I grew up in. I grew up in Belmont. It's like right next to Cambridge,
yeah.
and so
But the
we just like,
cops crack down now on Harvard Square if you skating, man. They'll knock you out.
oh yeah, dude, they don't want anything like kind of. There used to be like if you were when you were around, it was like the pit, like right when you come out
Yeah,
of
yeah.
the. And it was like
The
all
T.
like the kind of. Yeah, when you come out
Yeah.
of the tee in the pit, it's like all the kind of like the like kind of undesirables just hanging out there. Like they got rid of all that. Like they're not allowed to be there anymore. Like you can't. Like it's like go down to the river, that type of crap. But
See,
yeah, we used to go there and
Ace
like
Stone knows what it's like.
yeah, I have to. But we like yeah, we used to go down to Harvard Square and like we'd have people. We wasn't really into it too much, but they would. Like, some of my friends would like want. Hey, can you buy us like a beer at the store?
Yeah,
And then, but like, yeah, we'd always be in Harvard Square
yeah,
hanging out or something. Yeah,
dude.
but dang, dude, it's fun time.
Harvard Square
It's
is awesome. I love Harvard Square. Like
you must have went to Felipe's, right? The good ass place was that was like the
the pizza
spot to get
place.
food. No, Felipe's was like the burrito spot. It was in the garage.
I don't know. I don't think I did though. I
Oh,
went
it's
to
so
this
good.
pizza place on Harvard Square that was bomb, really thin. Um,
Armando's, is it Armando's?
I don't know.
Maybe.
Dude, like
Tino's,
it's
maybe Tino.
impossible for me to remember because
Yeah, it is
I was
super good.
always walking, so like I'd eat everywhere. Like it was impossible to like. That's my favorite thing about Boston is that every place is a mom and pop shop,
Yeah,
and
yeah, a lot of good
like
spaces.
all of them are gonna be different. I went to some like more commercial, like Italian spots with cannolis and everything that I'm like,
Like Mike's
I can't.
Pastry and
Oh yeah, Mike's
Modern.
pastry is awesome. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
dude, I was
I lived in
okay.
Framingham, um, Marlboro at one point. At one point, I lived in Quincy. That kind of sucked. Um,
It's a
on
bit
the
far,
Orange
but there's
Line. Yeah,
really good food there.
good food, but it gives you the runs. It's a lot of Indian food.
Oh, now it's just all it's tons of Chinese food there now.
Really?
Yeah, so
Like,
much Chinese food. It's like the
dude,
best Chinese food in
my
Boston
favorite
here.
spot. There's one spot I can't remember. It is in Chinatown. It's a Vietnamese spot. So I think it's there's the hot pot and like on the entrance of
Like right
Chinatown.
by the gate, yeah.
So right by the gate, and then you go more a little deeper, and then take a right, and it's kind of underground, I think. And I had like this spicy broccoli and steak, and I just can never forget it. It's like
Yeah.
what the first time I ate like good spicy food that I was sweating because of the peppers, but I couldn't get enough of it, and I hate broccoli, and I just couldn't get enough. It was so good. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, I've been to so many. Oh man, the balsa,
Oh
the
yeah, vouchers
pastry.
are my
Yeah,
favorite, dude. I
yeah,
love them. Like when I go back to China, I ate like 5 the first morning I was there, and then I had to eat that. Olivia's dad made like a massive meal, and I also had like
yeah,
I had a G and bean. It's like the burrito, the Chinese breakfast
yeah.
burrito.
Dude,
Dude,
now they play some other game, but like me and my friends, we play mahjong with the old geezers there
oh
in the
yeah,
front. Like,
I
dude,
played
I love mahjong. I played Hong Kong way, which I loved. I
yeah,
love
I played
playing.
the
Yeah.
Shanghai way, but my
I
brother
don't know
his
that way.
like
Yeah.
my brother's like in-laws are from Taiwan, so they play Taiwanese
Ah,
way, and they all came here to like my parents' place here in the Cape. It's like my parents they had a house in like Watertown, but they recently just moved here like full time like 2 years ago, and then they invited everyone out for like Marcellus's like birthday party. It's like my nephew and the Taiwanese parents. They bought my parents a mahjong table, like
heck, for
like an
real? Like the one that.
actual like yeah, like an automated
Oh,
mahjong, and we play it like every day when we're here, dude. We play
that's so
mahjong all the
awesome,
time.
dude. That's
Yeah,
so awesome. A
my
friend
dad.
of mine, he was so good at mahjong that he like would just feel the tiles. He never looked at them.
Dang.
Just grab them, feel it with his thumb, and that's it.
Yeah. One
And
day it just there
he'd
was like a
win. He'd
pallet.
win.
Oh, I'm sure. But there was just like a pallet that showed up in the driveway one day.
Yeah,
My dad's like, "What's this?
it's for you.
Mahjong table." yeah,
It's for you. It's gift.
yeah, yeah.
You take. But man,
Yeah,
yeah, like it was awesome.
yeah, dude.
We're gonna end it here, folks. Thanks for all the questions, everybody. Thanks for donating the super chats. It's been awesome, really, and thanks, Maddie, for coming on.
For sure.
Subscribe to Matty Appleseed. Leave a like on the stream, and whenever this processes, I'll add you on as a collaborator, and you could download and do whatever you want to this
Oh,
stream.
good,
Have
dude.
fun with it. Yeah.
All right,
But
if we're
yeah,
in Florida, I'll hit you up. We gotta get
heck,
some
if
food.
dude, I plan to take my family to Boston at some point.
Oh yeah, nice
Yeah,
dude, for
and
sure.
yeah, I wanna stay around Cambridge, Chinatown. I know it's
Oh, that's the
different,
best place
like
to be. No,
MIT
yeah,
and
those are great
stuff. Yeah,
places.
yeah. Oh, I did
And
live in Arlington as well. I lived in Arlington for a bit.
or yeah, that's right next to
Yeah,
Belmont. That's like right next to
yeah,
where
yeah.
I grew up.
Oh,
Nice
heck
dude.
yeah. But yeah, all right, guys. Thank you to everybody in the chat. It was Matty Appleseed and the Last Relic, and we are done for the night. Good night,
Or
everybody.
thanks for having me, dude.